Yep.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turning Time Podcast. Again, I lost count with the number of episodes we're on. I think we're on 110, 111. But today is the beginning of the year-end celebration for this podcast. For I believe the second year in a row for this podcast, we will be talking about the greatest matches or the best matches of 2023, since last year we did 2022 and we had a definitive winner from that. This year we'll be talking about all of the best matches that happened, and there were too many to count. And then I'm surprised I narrowed it down to 64. There was a lot of substitutions I had to make myself, but I think this is a pretty solid list, pretty reasonable bracket. I can't wait to talk about it. This is going to lead into the greatest wrestler of 2023, and then leading into our actual first ever award show on the podcast, which I cannot wait to discuss with you guys and see what you guys think.
Yeah, dress up.
Plus, if he actually pulls through, I think we'll have a special guest for that show.
Billy Corgan.
We don't nearly have enough fake cocaine for that.
Okay.
Anyway, and
Fake? What are you talking about? That's the good shit.
it's Tessa Blanchard.
Tyrus and Tessa Blanchard. We're known for the big face.
Well, then, folks, that'll be the last Turning Time podcast that we
Here's
ever
finale.
do.
No, it's Jason's favorite person, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda? Okay.
Sandy Hook Ron. But yes, that'll be our first ever award show, and I cannot wait to actually break down everything from there. But we're going to be talking about the matches this year. And before we get into all that, I want to send a shout out to Wrestling in Mom's Basement, Joe and Pat's podcast. Check them out on YouTube. Follow them on Instagram and X. They put out weekly content. Be sure to like and subscribe all their stuff. Also, check out Jason Rowland, H2O Wrestling. Follow him on Instagram and X. Do not stalk him on Facebook.
Yeah, don't do that. If you're listening to this in less than 24 hours, we have Killdozer's Field of Death live on IWTV.
And this probably won't air until then unless I get lucky and upload it by tomorrow. But if it does, you hear this later on, and if you haven't watched the show, please go watch it on IWTV. That's actually a show I'm looking forward to. So, yes, please go check him out. He does great work for H2O, and honestly, probably one of the best announcers in indie wrestling today. So I applaud him so much for that. So check him out, please.
And hey, and dabble in even being a little bit of an interviewer for Uncharted Territory too.
Hey, I saw that. I was like, okay, I see you, Josh Matthews.
Do not compare me that.
Just don't get frosted tips, okay?
And he has frosted tips and not just his hair.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Fine. You're Kevin Kelly back in WWE.
Talk about punting your fucking coverage.
I fucking hate Josh Matthews. Anyway, yes, go check those.
Billy Corgan on your own.
Please go check these guys out. I would really appreciate it. Also, check out Turning Time Podcast. We're on all streaming platforms, wherever you hear your podcast. We're mainly on YouTube now. So be sure to like and subscribe to Turning Time Podcast. Follow us on Facebook. Well, not Facebook. It's gone. Instagram and X at Turning Time Pod, because I know some people get confused.
Yeah,
but Turning Time Pod, because apparently someone has it on Twitter, and I don't know why. Someone has Turning Time Podcast on Twitter, and I'm like,
you don't know shit
Tyrus
you
and
want,
Billy
you dumb
Corgan. They're out
piece
to
of AI shit.
I'm like, I fucking blame Jim Mitchell. Anyway, so Turning Time Pod.
Face hookers.
The catacombs are in the souls.
The catacombs in my soul.
That sounds just like Cody Rhodes. I chill now.
Yeah.
Turning Time Pod on X. So please sure to check us out. So yes, we're going to talk about the best matches of 2023. I do want to talk about some honorable mentions that didn't make the list. Matches that happened that I enjoyed. I don't know about you guys, but some of the Cody Brock matches I enjoyed did not make this list.
Yep.
The tag match between Judgment Day, Cody, and Jay did not make this list, even though I very enjoyed it.
From what was it? Payback?
Payback, yes. Yes.
No, I'm sorry. Fastlane.
Oh, it was Fastlane. Yeah, Fastlane.
Like,
Payback was KO, Sammy, Judgment Day.
that's all.
Yeah.
That's on the list. Yes, Cody and Jay and Judgment Day did not make the list.
There's
What
a lot
other
of
ones?
matches from Impact this year.
Yes, a lot of him.
Couple made the list, but there's still a lot
There-
of them didn't make
There were
the
a
list.
lot of TV matches that I left out.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose because I was like, "There's too many." Like,
I want to mention the Tyrus to Trevor Murdoch.
Aw.
but yes, like,
Here's Tyrus running the ropes.
oh god, greatest moment of the year.
That is
But-
awesome.
I'll throw in one that I personally was able to call 700 light tubes.
Yes,
Iman
yes.
and Neil Diamond Cutter from back. Our
the match
anniversary.
I think I just watched. I really enjoyed. I think it was Osprey and Alexander.
Oh yeah, from Impact. Yeah, from
Yes,
Impact.
that didn't make the list, but I really enjoyed that fucking match. I think there was a Bully Ray match that I.
Bully Ray and Josh Alexander from Hard to Kill earlier in the year. Their big last man standing match.
Which one?
Bully Ray and Josh Alexander, their big
That's what it was. Yeah.
match from Hard
I was
to
going to say
Kill.
what had to be. It was your Tommy Dreamer. So,
Oh,
Or against Impact Management. I don't.
oh.
Which yeah. Let's not. Let's not.
well,
Yes, there was also a couple from AEW that I left out, and a couple from NXT. Like for instance,
across the board, it's been a great year for pro wrestling.
it's yeah, like I said, too many matches to count. I was like,
I've been talking about the stuff in Mexico with CMLL and AAA. There's some stuff in the UK with Rev Pro,
Yeah,
with all the Japanese companies, New Japan, All Japan, Noah,
yeah,
everybody in DDT, everybody's been
Stardom.
killing this year.
but like the thing is, I feel like the matches that I came up with this list really stuck out me to the most, and I feel like this is a solid list. I don't see any problem with it, so I think we should be fine with what we got. It all depends on the bracket and how you guys want to treat me this episode.
as the head of disciplinary committee, I can fire you at any time. I would just need you to email me the brackets so I can take them for this episode.
Okay. Well then, without further ado, before I get fined and kicked off my own podcast.
So Pat, Joe, and the Anthony special, our first round matchup will be Roman and Cody versus Rhea and Charlotte from WrestleMania.
Right, correct.
I love how you say the Anthony special, you piece of shit. Anyway,
Am I wrong?
no, you're not wrong, but I tried to make it fair. Okay.
So that means that Jason's right. All right, I'll go first.
Yeah. Yeah. First, you're gonna get Kenny and Osprey versus.
I guess Osprey and Mike Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah. Will Osprey matches together.
But
Their first 4 matches are all Osprey matches. Good luck.
and that's for old Gunther. I know how it works.
It's Osprey, Gunther, Roman.
Sammy, yeah, there, Charlotte. Yeah, we know how it goes.
I think this is fair, so we can talk about it.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Joe, tradition, you're first.
As usual,
We're kicking it off with a pair of AEW matches.
I believe.
The Anarchy in the Arena from Double or Nothing
Okay.
against Stadium Stampede at All In.
I'll go with the Anarchy Arena from Double or Nothing.
Okay. Pat?
I just like that. They were both good. But I like that one just a little bit more. That one stays out to me more for saving that pay per view.
Yeah.
That forward between the pillars, say that Double or Nothing for me. So that's the
Oh, yeah. Plus, I feel like the Stampede was all over the place.
Yeah, that
Yeah. You pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I'm going
Yeah.
with Anarchy Arena, namely because the Stadium Stampede was just sort of all over the place, and I think it's that match idea doesn't necessarily work in a stadium.
ironically.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work for a stadium like Wembley because that was
It worked in the empty arena one. I thought we're enough for 2020.
I think that's the bigger
it
issue.
worked. Yeah, that's where
The
it worked.
Stadium Stampede concept works as a cinematic match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does not work when it's a live setting.
I agree with that.
yeah, there you go.
Plus, I feel like they were just trying to get everybody on the card. So
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I would go with Anarchy in the Arena as well.
All right, clean sweep, Anarchy in the Arena.
Good
The
job.
next one, yeah. See, 1 of 1. Okay, we're one for 64 right now.
Maybe 1 for 32 because of the matchups.
Yeah. Schematics aside. All right.
I'm proud of you.
Fucking asshole. Jason.
Okay.
Seth and Drew from Crown Jewel.
Okay.
And before I get into it, that's what I forgot to mention. Any matches from Final Battle, World's End, Deadline do not make this list. Clearly. It ended at Survivor Series.
Yep.
Okay. Seth and Drew from Crown Jewel
Mhm.
against Dijak and Ilya Dragunov from Battleground.
Oh, motherfucker.
What? I thought this was not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's definitely still tough.
I mean, granted, this
Probably like a second-round matchup.
It's
you
not
had
for
the
us
you,
to fire-
you had the best matches from both shows. So
Yeah.
It's not for us to fire you. So
Crown Jewel, Seth and Drew is one of the best Saudi matches that they've ever done.
probably Seth's best world title match with his run.
Yes.
I think outside of Finn,
I would say that match surpassed the SummerSlam match with Finn.
yeah,
Because the story was all there.
yes,
But man, the whole build up and then what they did in the match.
and then you get Dijak and Ilya. Oh, my
I gotta
God.
go with Dijak and Ilya because that match made it. I think the people that had forgotten about Ilya from the 2 Gunther matches or Walter matches, they got reintroduced.
Yeah,
And this is what allowed him to start being back on this tear of matches that he has had the rest of the year.
yeah, the Mad Dragon. Yeah,
I'm going to go with Ilya, and Dijak played his role to perfection, and that's why they keep using him as a gatekeeper heel on NXT TV.
he's pretty much at this point like the Cassius Ohno,
Yeah, in a roundabout way, he is. Yes,
except I think Dijak delivers better matches. But
and now
I'm just saying. If you want to look at track record in NXT, I think Dijak has better matches than Cassius Ohno.
yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe
is this unanimous?
for me, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Dijak and Ilya will advance. Seth and Drew get Flower Show because they had a really good match.
Nothing taken away from that match at all. Now,
All right, the next one we have Pat, Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey from Bound for Glory.
Okay.
There it is. Against the Bloodline Civil War from Money in the Bank.
ooh,
Shit ain't gonna be easy, guys. We had a great
I'm
year.
not-
We had a great year, so this shit's gonna be hard.
I fire him. I can't fire him on this.
You can't. We had a great year. Now, if you were gonna chalk it up and be like, "Oh, best matches of 2019," yeah, fuck out of here, dude.
I can definitely. I think it can definitely be fair to say this match will be up on a future bracket.
Yeah, this was a very hard bracket to put together. I can tell you that right now.
I'm probably going to be called an E-Drum here, but I'm going to go with the Bloodline Civil War.
Oh,
As I thought the story, there was definitely more of a story to it.
Yeah,
And it also happened to be what many are calling one of the best story lines of all time in the breakup of the Bloodline.
plus it was Roman's first pin in 3 years.
The moment was memorable. The psychology in it was really good. As I'm not sure how many people caught it, but Roman, when he couldn't put away Jay, started losing his cool, and Solo had to be the one that
Yeah,
Get him back in again.
yeah. I noticed that.
which is probably going to play into Solo eventually turning his back on Roman at some point.
I'm waiting for it. We're all waiting for it.
Whereas Ospreay and Bayley, they had a really good match here. They had a great match, a wonderful match.
Probably the match of Bound for Glory.
Yeah, but that's really all it was.
Okay, I see where you're getting
In
at.
a way.
Okay.
Which, I mean,
It may be a harsh thing to say that about that match,
Yeah.
but there wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily much storyline energy into that match.
Okay. Fair. So that's one for the Bloodline Civil War. Jason.
I'm going to go with Ospreay and Bayley. As much as I love the Bloodline Civil War, it's. I think what they did the next month kind of hurt the match a little for me, especially on the story aspect of it.
Are you talking about the SummerSlam match?
Yeah.
God, that was.
Like,
Okay.
I hate to say, but I think Roman and Jay does need to be put up on the worst match of the year category just because of the expectations that were going into it.
I thought about it, but then there were 6 worse matches than that. So
Don't forget Raya wrestled this year.
No.
They existed.
Right.
don't forget Tyrus existed.
This is way back in that.
Maybe rephrase that more like disappointing match of the year.
It was very
Yeah.
it killed
Because of all the
everything.
expectations you had for that and
No,
how they were building it up, and just for them to kind of wet the bed a little bit, like,
Mind you, I was there at SummerSlam in Detroit. For the Roman and Jay match, I personally got up and I left. Because 1, I wanted to beat the traffic.
yeah.
2, I didn't expect the match to go fucking almost 40 minutes of them breaking every single rule of the stipulation.
Yeah.
And like when I came back, I rewatched the match and I was like, this fucking sucks. Like,
Yeah, it's not good.
And the one thing is they miss the tribal combat thing.
yeah,
None of the elders or none of the family there. Other than-
nobody.
It's like, so what was the entire point of even saying calling it that?
The
Yeah, so-
point of it, I think the point of it was really just to bring back Jimmy.
But yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So
But
but
that-
you didn't need to call it tribal combat.
They missed the whole family aspect. Even
Yeah.
Where
You could have brought Rikishi back for it. You could have
Yeah.
brought.
there were so many things you could have done. And, like, yes, Ospreay and Bayley did not have a story, but it's when you're bringing somebody in for the first time as a
Yeah.
debut and
Yeah.
their first match is on your pay-per-view, it's kind of hard to put a story
Yeah.
into it. I mean, realistically, the story is it's these 2 great workers going to have a great match. And
From
see
Bell to
who's
Bell.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, just see who's better. It's a very simplistic story.
I mean, and to be fair, what better opponent to have than Speedball Mike Bailey? I mean,
yeah, both these guys. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
we're going to talk loads about Ospreay when we do our next bracket. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save a lot of it for them. But it's just like 2 great workers, and Speedball. While I don't think he has as great of a 2023 as he did the previous year. I think last year was a bigger year for him overall.
yeah.
Not to say he didn't have a good year this year.
I think this year was more, I guess, like he was trying to get more eyes driven on him. Whereas last year he was putting out fucking bangers after
he was doing
bangers.
everything. Yes.
But then this year he was like, all right, let me methodically pick and choose my battles and have eyes pretty much driven on me, which he did a very good job this year.
Yeah, he's one of the most underrated workers in the entire world. Is Bailey. So I'm going to go with Ospreay and Bailey because I think looking at it from a bell to bell standpoint, while the Civil War had moments, but like a lot of Roman matches, it's very much the New Japan main event formula. It's a long match. You're waiting for
it's slow, methodical, and then you get the big finish.
You're waiting for the second half of the match. You're waiting for the false finishes,
which Roman is very good at.
He's very good. So I'm not taking that away from him, not whatsoever. I just feel like from an overall bell to bell standpoint, I would go with
Ospreay and Bailey.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're dead set at a tie. Joe?
Well, at least this was like the finals, so at least I got to hear good reasons. Because I have one winner in mind. But I argue good reason. But
I mean, this could have been a finals match, so I don't know.
It was stronger reason.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Will
In a
Ospreay.
different hit randomizer, just maybe hit some finals.
So,
Yeah.
I go with Will Ospreay and Bailey just for the fact of what happened after the bloodline. Said that.
Oh man.
Reason pull me in a little bit better.
Well, persuasion station over here.
Well, that was my original pick. Then Pat pulled me in with his reason. But then
And
Jason
then
that was
yeah,
the
Jason brought in the aftermath, which is
Right, yeah. I won't let you. Honestly, TNA's where I wanted Will Ospreay to sign. Because I played you.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
knew it was AEW.
And they tried.
They tried.
They tried.
There's a point it wasn't. There's the point I wasn't testing or tires, so we were predicting on the full. when we filmed it. But I guess I'll live with it.
I'm disappointed it wasn't Eva Marie, man.
Yeah, I know. All those great names we came up with, and it was fucking Will Ospreay.
She could have came out with all green everything. Like
Money, right there.
Yeah.
Either
bullshit.
or Baker,
Bullshit.
or
The
nothing.
new manager for Okada.
Oh,
Oh god, Osprey and Bailey advance. The next one we will go to Joe. Will Osprey and Zack Sabre Jr. from Royal Quest 3
Mm.
against the IC title triple threat at Mania 39.
I just seen a Royal Quest match recently, so luckily I'm up to date.
Joe's like, what the fuck?
I'll go die.
As you say, it wasn't going to be easy.
It's
I know.
not. We had a great year.
Here, I'm not firing you yet. I said I had to disciplinary fight.
IC triple threat.
Yeah, I'll go dice triple threat then, but it could be either one.
Okay, Jason.
Go for Will Ospreay right now, head to head. That's supposed to be next week. That's supposed to be next.
I will go to
That's true.
I will go to triple threat here. I'll vote that match with Osprey and Zach was really good from
Really good.
in front of both these guys' hometown fans in the UK. Zach has really come into his own. It was amazing what adding 20 pounds of muscle mass does to you.
But he's still like one of the dangerous men on this
still one
fucking
of the best
planet.
technical wrestlers in the world. But now he's got size on him, and he's still. It's like Zach. Here's the thing that we should also all learn: Zack Sabre Jr. should never be a babyface.
No.
He is too much of a great condescending dickhead to be anything but a heel.
I said the same thing about Jay White. Jay White should never be a babyface.
He can never be a babyface.
So is this?
Yeah.
Is this unanimous?
It was just three dudes smashing the fuck out of each other.
I fucking love that match. It was nothing but straight up meat.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
Just meat. That was that was one of the three matches I only looked forward to that whole Mania. I think that was the one I was really dead set on outside of the tag match and the Roman Cody match. That was the one I was really dead set on.
Speaking of big meaty men slapping meat, I want to throw another honorable mention for the year because it was just it was a match that just came out of fucking nowhere.
Was it Miro and Hobbs?
Miro.
Yeah. Meat
forever.
Yes, meat.
Listen, I'm enjoying my Monday Night Meat on Raw with Bronson, Ivar, Gunther, and all those meat.
Hey. I thought about Bronson and Gunther, but I was like,
give me Bronson and Ivar. I want that fucking match.
Yeah,
Please.
it was a decent match this week, but you're never gonna have a better one unless they get one.
They're having what, a last man standing?
No, I don't know what
They should.
But the match ended by what, double count out on Monday?
Yeah, I think they're gonna try and push it with the stipulation.
They were just supposed to.
They'll probably save that for the first Raw of the New Year.
I was just gonna say that sounds like one of those gimmick matches on New Year's.
Oh, I don't even know. Are they? I haven't even heard. Are they doing it day one?
No. They have nothing from Survivor Series to Rumble. Rumble is the next show.
Yeah, because SmackDown this coming week is not even technically a SmackDown. It's tribute to the troops.
Yeah,
But it's a storyline show at least.
Yeah.
it is. And
It's just not phoned in.
I think maybe outside of Cody declaring himself for the Rumble, I think possibly after Christmas, going into the new year, is when they'll really start to build for the Rumble.
Yeah.
You might
First
get
Raw of
one
the
more.
New Year, they probably do Cody. They probably do Cody and Shinsuke too because they're actually in the feud right now.
You'll probably get Orton and Roman announced too for the Rumble.
Yeah, to get
Roman's on SmackDown, not this week, not the Tribute to the Troops, but
after.
the 15th, and that's a double
The
tape.
Tribal Chief said, fuck
And that's
it.
the thing. Roman's going to be there on the 15th. Yeah.
Right, and the 22nd, because that's a double taping.
Oh, yeah, because of the
Yeah,
Christmas
they,
show.
they want to do the Christmas thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll probably have Orton and Roman confirmed too.
That's the thing. Christmas is on a Monday this year. Is Raw going to be?
No, last year was the best of show and was the day after.
Yeah, they can do a best of show. They can get away with it.
They'll probably do a best of because last year they did.
Yeah. And
They'll
then
do,
Raw-
they'll do a live New Year's Day show. But
Fine.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
But last year on the best of show, all they did was have an exclusive interview with Cody. It was Cody announcing that he was getting ready to come back. And
they should just do a freaking in studio show and just do the Slammies, and they just do that.
They
They're
could.
not-
I'm surprised they didn't.
Instead
Look.
of just doing it in front of the fans, just do it as a fucking in studio show.
I wouldn't be mad at it instead of having it in front of an audience and
That-
making it a weird.
The Slammies doesn't work with it in front of it. And realistically, the Slammies, if they're going to if they want to do the Slammies again, make it how it used to be, which was right before WrestleMania.
Yeah, I could see that.
The whole end of the year thing, I don't like.
Like-
do it before WrestleMania.
Add it within like the award show craze in the
That
beginning of the
was
year.
But when they did it in '96 and '97, was to
Yeah.
have an award show season.
Yeah, because you have like the Oscars, the Grammys, the Golden Globes all next year, and it's
they
like
need to rehire Todd Pettingill to do the medleys like he did those 2 years. 'Cause that was
all right. So I see triple threat. The next one, Pat, we have the women's triple threat from Fastlane, which was Charlotte, Io, and Asuka, I believe, against
Yes.
Rhea and Charlotte Flair from Mania 39.
Rhea and Charlotte. I think that was the best women's match of the year. Though that any other women's match you put up against is going to have a very hard time.
I don't see any.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see any disagreement with that whatsoever. Does anybody like? Is this unanimous? First off,
it's unanimous. Move it along.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rhea Flair. Okay. The next one we're gonna go to Jason,
Mm-hmm.
Seth and AJ from Night of Champions
Okay.
against Gunther and Gable from Raw September 4th.
Gunther and Gable. I wasn't too big of a fan of the Seth AJ match from Night of Champions. It was just like I think everybody was kind of a foregone conclusion. Everybody knew that Seth was probably winning that championship. So it was just like, all right, they're having a good match. They work well together, but it's like, all right, when's Seth winning? It was kind of that thing where Gunther and Gable, they actually gave you the drama that Gable was going to stop Gunther from being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
I mean, at the same time, you still had a feeling that AJ could have possibly won.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Maybe others did. Just me personally, I didn't. So that kind of.
I mean, it still should have been Seth and Edge, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So you want, again, as I said, you want to know why he went to AEW? That's part of the reason why right there.
So
yeah,
okay, so
Gunther and Gable.
Gunther and Gable, is this unanimous from everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Outside of one matchup, everything's been unanimous. Okay. Pat or Joe, we're gonna go the Fatal 4-Way from Forbidden Door, which was Zack Sabre Jr., Orange Cassidy, Shibata, and Garcia, against MJF and Omega from Collision, October 28th.
I'm going with the fifth four was good. I'm going with Jeff and Kenny.
Is this also unanimous?
Yeah, I am Jeff and Omega for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I mean, I enjoyed the fuck out of that Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah,
It was a very good Fatal 4-Way, but it's just like that title match was fan-freaking-tastic.
Yes. Okay. MJF Omega. The next one, Pat, we have the Four Pillars Fatal 4-Way from Double or Nothing against MJF and Adam Cole at All In. Mind you, I was leaning towards their AEW, the Dynamite match.
The draw. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the All In really, I don't know, for some reason it stuck to me. It actually was a better match.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the story here. I'm gonna have to go with MJF and Adam Cole. The storyline was much better for that match than the Fatal 4-Way,
Okay.
as the other three pillars didn't necessarily belong on a microphone. I felt during that feud.
Two of them didn't.
I'll be nice.
All right, Darby was fine.
No charisma, Jack Perry.
Yeah.
The devil.
And
Felt it was
And
weird.
Sammy, he tries, but no.
Sammy Guevara is robotic. He doesn't.
It's also kind of telling too, thinking about it now, that I believe it was Darby and Sammy both said that they liked MJF or liked each other better than they liked Jungle Boy.
Nobody likes fucking Jungle Boy.
That's why he's the devil.
Yeah.
He is the devil. I'm fairly convinced that's the devil.
Going back to that real quick, MJF did try to get in Jungle Boy's head during that build-up.
He did.
Side to him.
He did.
That was the one MJF was most friendly with.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
We're getting Jack Perry.
Jack Perry's the devil, isn't he?
What entered the devil way last week? He's sure to sell it, Britt Baker.
Wasn't deep enough.
She's complaining about her promo time.
Britt has a white people.
Oh no. I saw that about Britt Baker complaining about her promo time, and she got reamed, dude.
Because why? She's telling the truth.
No, but then she got reamed. They were like, okay, what about Jamie Hayter? She got no mic time because of you. Like,
first of all, Britt, I swear Britt had mic time on Dynamite this year.
That's what I thought.
But here's my thing. She's right in the point for the woman, but she didn't stick up for the woman.
She didn't.
Stick up for herself.
Like, it's one thing if she went, oh,
Yeah.
the women's segments had less segments this year than MJF combined.
Yeah,
But like,
it was about her.
yeah, which made me think, okay, are you the devil? Like,
Oh, and I think that was part of it. I think that was done on purpose, though.
But here's my thing. This devil thing is so weird because it gives me a big payoff at this point. But the other thing is, if they are the devil, this group of mid, you're having them bash your company publicly.
Well, I think that's the whole point.
I don't. That's not a good look, though.
This year.
That's not a good look. Like, that's not a good business look.
And MJF is also still playing into the bidding war too.
Not even that. He deleted the tweet right away that he was fucking injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's working injured.
Yeah,
It's true, yes, but he deleted it because he realized, oh shit, like,
because we're all MJF and Cole.
Yeah.
I don't like it. MJF after all this time doesn't connect with me as a babyface. I do not feel him as a babyface.
I feel like it's run dry after Adam Cole got hurt.
For me, any way to salvage it, at this point, I just want him to be the devil. At this point.
This is the thing. This is the problem. The stuff he had with Adam Cole was fucking entertaining. I loved it.
Cole got
when Cole got injured, I feel like what put the final nail in the coffin of him being thrown off as a babyface was Full Gear.
Yeah.
That's it.
For later.
Yes. That's what threw me off entirely, that MJF.
Yeah.
Nobody liked that booking.
I fucking hated it.
I am saying my right for later.
But that's the thing. That's what threw me off, because I feel like that solidified the fact that MJF should just stay as a heel.
MJF does nothing for his babyface. But I'll get to that later. That's
because now MJF is sounding like PG Punk.
Yeah.
He's putting out the same robotic, catchphrases. He's pawning into the crowd. He's ass kissing the company, and it's like.
And this week, the only Dynamite.
But here's the thing: if he's doing all that, and then it gets revealed that he is the devil, then it actually is a good.
It's a good payoff. Yes.
That's what they got at their table right now.
And to have all the disgruntled guys with him, you have Jeff Perry underneath with him. You have Britt with him. You have maybe a couple others with him. As be all these disgruntled, I hate AEW people. Then it does work. You can salvage it.
Does.
It can be salvaged.
Because I did see on Twitter the other day that someone mentioned like how they attacked MJF on Dynamite. The big dude with the shirt that had the devil on the shirt.
Yeah.
People were thinking that's Wardlow.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Because Wardlow
came out for his match, his hair was all messed up.
It was.
That is true. Was it the Pinnacle?
Yeah.
I mean, they can
God.
go a couple of different ways with it. So, I mean, that's the thing. At least
Spears
there is still some intrigue in it, and they are ramping it up for World's End. So,
Hopefully.
Yeah. And you said Sean Spears. I would rather have fucking Sean Spears than Jack Perry. So
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
at least Sean Spears, there's history with MJF.
Getting back into the voting, for me, I'm actually going to go with the Four Pillars match over the because of the fact that the promo, like the build-up was actually not that great heading into the match. How they were able to pull it off and have such a great match that they did, I think that gives it bonus points to me. That they came in with very low expectations because the build-up was just not very good. But to be able to deliver in the big moment for the match itself, and then for MJF to again beat Darby on some sort of basic shit, which tells you that eventually at some point down the line, Darby's going to get that big win on MJF doing the exact same thing.
Mind you, MJF's dialogue too was fucking incredible.
Yeah, like he was carrying that build-up.
He carried that whole fucking match too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's like the other guys who had other than me, realistically, really than Darby, the ones that Jack and Sammy that were underwhelming in the build-up to it, they weren't underwhelming in the match itself.
I feel like Jack Perry and Sammy in the match, they were more just the spot guys. They were there just to give you the big impact spots. Where MJF and Darby, they gave you a match. They gave you work.
Yeah. But that's fine to have for a four-way. You can have your people just doing.
Yeah, true. So you're going four-way over MJF Cole.
I'm going four-way over all in because
Okay, so Pat, you were going MJF Cole, right?
Yes.
So Joe, deciding factor yet again.
I'm going to say 4-way just because that was my favorite match from Double or Nothing.
Okay.
That stays out to me more than MJF Cole, which isn't my favorite match from Old Ed and Outliers and All In.
That would be it for me too. I don't think it was the best match on All In.
The MJ, the Fatal 4-way start that and the Anarchy stays Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
For me, but that's why I liked it more out of those two. So
okay.
Yeah.
Fair. 4 pillars will advance. The next one, Joe, back to you. MJF and Bryan Danielson from Revolution against Mike Bailey and Zack Sabre Jr. from Lone Star Shootout.
This is no offense to Mike Bailey and Zack Sabre Jr., but I already advanced Mike Bailey once, and in this case, because he's going up against, to me, what might be the greatest Iron Man match of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguably, yes.
I'm done with MJF and the head of disciplinary to me.
Patch Adams there. Okay. MJF and Bryan for Joe. Jason?
Yeah, it's the Iron Man match. One of the best. Yeah. It's definitely one of the best Iron Man matches ever.
Unanimous then.
We can finally kill that argument that Brett and Shawn was an actual good Iron Man match because this one was way better than they ever had any right to be.
Hey, it arguably could be.
Is the table stuff. That probably should have caused the DQ, but that's W in general.
But yet again, they rarely call DQs in AEW.
Right,
so
exactly.
Because you could say the same for the Kenny and MJF collision match.
True.
The table spot for no reason.
Yeah.
you could say the same for Omega and Vikingo.
Right.
Yeah, definitely in that one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And unanimous. Iron Man match advances. The next one, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca Belair and Io Sky from Backlash against Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton from No Mercy.
See, I'm going to have to be real careful with this one because I want to see how much I want to factor in the crowd. Because that really amps up Bianca and Io over Becky and Tiffany because of just how hot that Backlash crowd was for literally every single thing that they saw.
But they really put Io over.
That's what starts Io's ascension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be fair about why I didn't pick the Bloodline Civil War for that matchup earlier on, I'm going to have to do the same thing with this one.
Okay.
As good as Becky and Tiffany was and how great how much Becky helped elevate Tiffany.
Yes.
What the fuck have they done since then with Tiffany?
I agree with that.
A fucking program with Fallon Henley, the most unlikable babyface on NXT.
That's where I'm like,
Like,
otherwise,
what they're doing is they're just rehashing the same feud they did last year with
I don't.
Tiana
and breaking up Brooks and Jensen.
This is the thing. I think they're on airplane mode with Tiffany until the Rumble.
But it's just like you have to have the immediate follow up when you're trying to.
I know that. I think they're giving Tiffany a little bit of time to cool off, and no one's going to expect
also,
it.
I think she's hurt somehow, and I think that
She could be hurt, but because she hasn't been on TV. But the thing is,
she hasn't wrestled.
That's the thing. She's probably hurt, or like I said, it's probably a cool off process where Sean's going to be like, okay, we're going to have you chill out, and then at the Rumble, that's your main roster debut.
Yeah, but it's like that's the thing. That's where I have to. The crowd and then the follow up is where I'm going to put Bianca and EO.
Okay.
If the follow up was still there with Tiffany and she was still doing, even if she had not fallen down all the way to doing something with Fallon, if she had been put with like Roxanne or something in something, then I would have gone with Becky and Tiffany because that match is fan-freaking-tastic.
Well, Tiffany's going to be a part of the Iron Survivor.
Yeah, she's in the Iron Survivor match, yes. But
okay, so that's
she's going to get. I have a feeling she's going to get canceled out because I have a feeling that final spot's going to Fallon. Yeah. It's either Fallon or Roxanne.
No, because Roxanne's going to be feuding with Kiana James going into the deadline.
And Fallon's going to beat Thea in the final four-way next week.
Yeah, because Thea's definitely not going to be a part of it.
Thea has to chase you, think. So,
yeah. And she'll be having a feud with JC James.
That's inevitable. Yeah, that's probably going to head. I think that's going to head into Stand and Deliver. That's inevitable.
Yeah, and that's why I said the NXT Women's Division is the deepest women's division in all of wrestling.
Yeah,
it is the deepest women's. It's even deeper than the Knockouts.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about it,
they've only 15 girls who they've given characters to. They have been pushing. They've have stuff, and you got to remember they still got a couple coming back. Nikita Lyons is almost ready to come back.
Yeah,
we're pushing.
And Cora Jade's on her way back, just eventually
ready to come back. Yes,
and that's the thing. That's why. Yeah, exactly, and that's why, like, when we talk about it, it's really pushing, like, my opinion harder for Shawn Michaels to be Booker of the Year.
With the women's division alone, he definitely makes a great argument.
He's literally the only one that does the women's division the best this year.
Like you took 10 girls who all had barely a couple of years under their belt, and gave them all gimmicks, gave them all characters, made you all care about them. Yes. And they developed in the ring too.
And they've out-wrestled the men majority of the year.
Yeah.
They've been on TV majority of the year more than the men have. It's like someone's actually focusing.
And also, Shawn Michaels, he'll give my vote for Booker of the Year because you decide, you know what? Yeah, let's try to make Jade a monster on NXT. Let's not do that just yet.
No.
She needs some training.
Yeah. It's great. It's fucking great. So is this Bianca EO all unanimous here? Or are we going separate ways here? You're going Becky Tiffany?
No, I'm fighting with myself in my head.
Okay.
It's a definite neck-to-neck thing.
Yeah. A lot of these matches are even.
I mean, I think that Backlash match with Bianca and EO is the reason why they gave her the Money in the Bank and gave her the opportunity to win the championship.
Yeah, it skyrocketed EO.
And you make great points. Just for the fun of it, just for passing, I'm going to go back to you, Tiffany, for me.
By the look at Pat's face, he already knows what he's picking.
EO and Bianca.
Okay.
There we go.
So you just had to make it close. Hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
This next one I think is going to be very interesting.
Uh-oh.
Pat, Jon Moxley, and Orange Cassidy from All Out against Johnny Gargano and Grayson Waller from Stand and Deliver.
Mm.
Two matches that I think are dark horses. Because in my opinion, I thought Gargano Waller was match of the night at Stand and Deliver. Whereas Moxley and Orange Cassidy at All Out could have been a contender for match of the night, but then you had two other matches on this list that could tell you otherwise.
I'm gonna go with Moxley and Orange here. Maybe it's just recency bias, but for some reason that match sticks out in my head more than Grayson and Gargano does.
Okay. Fair. Jason?
I'm going to go. It's tough because if they had everything they wanted to go right, then what they just recently did would have meant more. Because the whole idea was Orange, fights back after losing this matchup and gets the belt back like he just did with Full
Gear, yeah.
But then all the shit that went down and how much that international championship became cursed, and it kind of knocks down what this match meant a little bit to me.
Yeah.
However, I still will pick it because as much as I did like Gargano and Waller when it happened, it really doesn't hold the same water now because just like obviously Waller's done a lot, but it's just like they've just not done a whole hell of a lot with Gargano.
Well, he was hurt too, so
he was hurt for a little bit, but even when they brought him back, he still hasn't really done anything.
Okay.
So and also I think because I think everybody was hoping for that Waller match was going to be with Michaels. That's what kind of a little bit of a bait and switch. It made sense and it made sense when you look back on what they did and how Gargano was written out of the company the first time. It was
they brought back in a sense long-term storytelling.
Yeah, they did. They were able to salvage it and make it make sense. But how much buildup that there was, and it just seemed like that they were going to do that with Shawn, and it would have been an easy Brett Vince situation where he could just have Waller get his ass kicked the entire time.
Which I think would have put over Waller more.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, just being in the ring with Michaels would have put him in. Yeah, and it would have been Michaels' way to pull a Goldberg Dolph Ziggler and be able to get the stench out of that crown jewel match and the tag match.
Because literally all you could have done was ring the bell, super kick, 1, 2, 3.
That's all you really had to do. I mean, or he could have done just a 5-minute, just walk around the ring, beat the shit out of him. Grayson maybe gets one shot in, and then boom,
super kick.
Kick,
yeah. And then
all you had to do.
Whereas Mox and Orange Cassidy, it actually showed a more aggressive side to Orange Cassidy for once.
And it was part of a very underrated overall show that nobody thought going in was going to be that much of anything coming off of All In. Wound up being a really good show.
Oh, hands down, I thought all out beat All In.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sunday, you're not the first person to say that, so
I think because there was less hype for it. But not only that, I feel like everybody was admired by the stadium of All Out. That in-ring, not everything at All In, fully delivered for me compared to All Out.
Yeah.
All Out surprised me.
All Out had an overall better matches in terms of
and also the fact they were coming off 24 hours after announcing the firing of Punk.
Yeah.
Right.
People had shit to prove, and they did.
That week was one of the positive weeks for AEW that week.
Yeah.
Even though Punk took headlines.
Yes.
That was the issue.
All Out is what I think saved them.
All Out saved them that week, but unfortunately, coming out of it that week, Punk was the headline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, they lost their biggest. I mean, you could say he's not, but they lost their biggest draw. So
he was the one. Yeah. That,
okay, so Mox and Orange Cassidy is.
Yeah, I was in agreement anyway.
Okay. Ooh, the next one, Joe. Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov from NXT No Mercy.
Okay.
Against Samoa Joe and MJF from Grand Slam. Because yes, World's End didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not know that. I will not know that 28 days beforehand. As I live and breathe currently. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mello and Dragunov here.
Okay.
Going back to the Last Face Stadium match with Dijak, that reintroduced or introduced a new audience to Dragunov, and this was the payoff from that.
Fair.
Yeah.
And it paid off, and to me, very underrated trilogies
Yes.
Yeah.
between the two of them,
Definitely is.
and arguably the best trilogy for NXT Championship.
Ooh.
Because
You're going to put that over Gargano Cole?
I find a couple of their matches overrated. Johnny
Yeah.
and you know I did say from years ago.
Yeah.
The first
Okay.
stage of hell around that one is
Well, both third matches were not all that spectacular.
Yeah,
Even
I mean, if-
Mel Hayes' Halloween Havoc one is not that amazing or anything like that.
right.
But their first one was what? Great American Bash? I thought that
Yes.
was fantastic.
That was very good.
No Mercy, literally.
But this is the
No Mercy is the best one. No Mercy is their best.
to me,
But it's the same thing as Gargano Cole. Because Gargano Cole, you had New York,
I
TakeOver
think
25, which were
New York
both
is
fantastic
the best
matches.
one. I think New York is their best one.
Yeah, because it
I think
really
New York's
pushed
the best.
Gargano.
Yeah.
But then TakeOver 25 was fantastic because you had Adam Cole taking his win back.
Yeah.
But what killed it was the 3 stages of hell.
Three Stage of Hell, there was no reason for it.
Wait, what?
I thought they super booked Gargano in the New York one,
Yeah.
where he kicked out everything.
Like a
That's
Super Cena type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, when the Undisputed Era third
Yeah.
them. That's why NXT I think started to get the reputation of a little too indie-rific at times.
But it was a great fucking match. That's the thing.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
to me, Dragunov and Mel was a little bit more straightforward. And I liked more. And in this case, I liked it way more than MJF and Joe, which I thought was a good match.
And hey, say what you want. Dragunov is a dark horse pick for greatest wrestler of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dragunov.
Yeah,
Dude.
he's my special on NXT. Men's wrestler.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Hands
Yeah,
down.
it's him and everybody else.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels got a gold mine with Dragunov. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you that right now.
They
Okay.
did a lot of time from that first Walter match.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They just had to give it time. It was after Braun Breaker. They were like, all right, we see something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going Mello, Ilya. Is this unanimous?
I'm going Mellow, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Hesitate when we say unanimous with two. And I'm gonna
No, because I was making sure. Yeah. Okay.
pretty much unanimous. Does this person have another point?
No, we don't have another employee.
No, I'm the head of disciplinary committee.
Uh,
I'm the head and the committee.
I'm the head and the committee. Fucking
Yeah.
ass. All right, so Melio and Ilya, Pat, Edge, and Sheamus.
Well, I knew that was the only edge match.
Yeah, that's the only one.
The only Edge match. I mean, I did want Edge and Balor, but I'm still a
No.
little. I'm still sour on the fact that they stopped the match for fucking 10 minutes.
And it's not the I Quit match from the last
Yeah.
year.
No,
So,
If you put it
even
in
though that match did make Final
Right.
Four last year's bracket,
yeah.
but like,
well, actually, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair for last year, yeah. No.
but like, I no, it still has a sour taste because they stopped the Hell in a
Maybe
Cell for like 10
the-
minutes.
Ray, AJ, Edge triple threat.
it was better than Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
that would be the
cover
second
the
best
fact
match.
Edge lost.
Hey,
I also enjoyed. I mean, I might be the only one, but I enjoyed Edge in Theory,
No, you know what I like too?
Me, Edge and Waller.
Edge and Waller.
I was gonna say the guard, but Agent Theory was good the night in Chamber.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Also the tag match with Edge and Beth versus
Yeah.
Finn and Rhea. Yeah.
So this was nice before.
Yeah.
Yes, pre-Adam Copeland.
Mhm.
Edge and Sheamus from, in Canada, SmackDown, August 18th, against Claudio Castagnoli and Eddie Kingston from Supercard of Honor. I wanted to pick Grand Slam, but I thought this was, I don't know. I watched both matches back. I thought this was more hard-hitting in a sense.
I think this was a better match.
Yes, where Grand Slam, you knew you were going to get the outcome of Eddie winning.
Yeah.
It was just...
it was obviously the moment. Yeah.
This, it was more hard hitting. It was more story driven. It was more of the fact that these two actually fucking hate each other.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
But yes, that's the matchup.
Probably going to call them E-Journey again, but I'm going to go with Edge and Sheamus here. It was a nice send-off for my favorite superstar of all time. I can't pick against it. At least right now.
Pat's like, I'm not doing it today.
Yeah.
Hoping.
All right, Jason.
I'm going to go with Claudio and Eddie.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just the long-standing rivalry, and you know, you think Eddie's going to have it won, and then Claudio just beats him with a wrestling hole, and it's still the thing, I'm better than you, and leading up into Eddie eventually getting the moment at Grand Slam.
Okay. Joe. 1-1.
It's always been in its first round. I don't even bring the times earlier. Man, you should even learn how to get a one barrel.
Well, hold on. Well, Joe, you're the head of the disciplinary committee.
And I do agree with you the first two times.
So you should handle all disputes.
Right. So I'll handle this one, give it to you. I love Edge and Sheamus. I think because I was also a big fan of Edge and his last match, so I'm going with Edge and Sheamus.
All right, Edge and Sheamus. The next one, Joe. Kenny Omega and Vikingo from Dynamite, March 22nd.
Okay.
Against Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks from All Out.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
As the head of the disciplinary committee, plus the head of the disciplinary committee took Punk's spot in this match.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah. So it was for 1 week build ahead, or
One day.
1 day build. Yeah, let me rephrase that. Yeah, that match worked on a lot of levels. Considering Ricky Starks did a great job working around Bryan's injury,
Mm-hmm.
which I will get into that argument a whole nother time. He's a disciplinarian, so he can handle pain. If you can fire people, you can handle pain.
Fired him that week too.
That day, the night before. Go ahead. At least he has balls when I turn it on. Well,
Oh, shit.
Kenny Omega and Vikingo is a great match. It works for a TV main event. My issue with it is Tony doesn't know the definition of the word dream match, but that's besides the point. But it's just a great wrestling match on an episode of TV where Bryan and Ricky Starks, they had to rebook a whole feud.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be Punk, yeah.
And did a great match out of it. So, Kenny and Vikingo might be a better wrestling match. I prefer the strap match. Strap match is more my style, so I'm going with that.
Okay. Jason?
Well, I'm going to go, as much as I like Omega and Vikingo, I think it was good to introduce Vikingo to the American audience. I think Omega did a great job of doing that to introduce him.
Yes.
The issue is, unfortunately, he's been off and on with injuries ever since then. So, it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts a little bit to me. Whereas Danielson starts, yes, Danielson coming in the clutch as a pinch hitter supreme, having to take the reins and save the company from that evil fucking piece of shit known as Phyllis.
Everything's do.
Phyllis.
A much better feud than whatever the fuck they were trying to do with that Real World Championship bullshit that they were doing on Collision. They start turning into a much better program. So I'm going to go with Danielson and Starks. And Danielson did all he could with that, and then also later on the Tets of the Death match to make something out of Ricky Starks.
Okay. So would this be unanimous, Pat?
Yep.
All right. Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks. I mean, mind you, Omega and Vikingo got 5 stars this year, according to Dave Meltzer. So.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about him, please.
Okay.
I read something stupid about him. Well, somebody said this week just before we started filming. Please, Pat, we got a good laugh out of it.
Fucking Dave Seltzer. I fucking hate him. All right. Whew.
Well, I hate Dave Scherer, so old PW malware.
Oh my God. Okay.
The stuff he says is way worse than anything Meltzer says.
And though I read what Meltzer said, I couldn't take it. I just laughed at him.
Here's the difference. Meltzer keeps his replies on.
Not even that. Like fucking his fucking reaching is so ridiculous.
You know what? You brought up reaching. I'm gonna have to bring it up now. Sidebar. It's Cody's promo on Monday, right?
It's a big fuck you to CM Punk.
Now, come on.
Wait, what? Whose promo?
Okay, so yeah.
In Cody's promo on Monday,
Yeah.
he welcomed CM Punk back.
Yeah.
Literally said, "Welcome back, CM Punk," or "Welcome back, Punk," whatever.
Yeah, CM Punk, welcome back. Yeah.
Meltzer said, if you look deeply into it, this was a way of Cody saying, "Fuck you, Punk. My boys are the Bucks." I don't know how
See, even with me, that's where he loses me. It's like, dude, chill.
That's fucking reaching for the cookie jar, man. That
is reaching.
The
It's
remaining
like,
lines too are like, well, we don't know how the Bucks are going to fit.
but that's the fans, like all these journalists. It's the fans. Like, unfortunately, it's all these journalists you can't buy into because all of them have personal vendettas.
exactly. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. You can't just say, "Oh, well, I hate." And this is my fans. Like, you can't say I hate Meltzer, but Sean Ross Sapp, I enjoy him. Or
No,
I like Wade Keller. Or I like Mike Johnson and Dave Sherritt. It's like, no, they're all the same.
a bunch of fucking idiots that show me report wrestling.
And this is from somebody that was in that field.
Thank you.
This is from somebody that was in this field, so I can speak to that shit. I can speak to
Mind you, fucking Sean Ross Sapp is fucking beefing with a celebrity on Twitter.
He's fucking wrestling.
Well, he's wrestling for charity. He's wrestling for charity. He's wrestling for charity.
They
Okay.
put a spot where his leg got hurt, taking an atomic drop because Shaz's ass is too big. And I like Shaza, but it's OnlyFans Shaza over here.
That's not. There was like a dirt sheet war about a month ago before Crown Jewel about Kyrie.
Yeah.
WrestleVotes. They were going head to head.
Yeah, it's another one.
They never got head to head. Kyrie was on the Eternal Roster.
WrestleVotes, WrestlePurious, Brad Shepard's fucking dumbass.
I fucking hate Brad Shepard. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Bill Bahati, his dumbass. Fucking
Meltzer's just a dunce.
He's done.
and all these, we're all the same. So it's like everybody's like, "Oh well, I hate Dave Meltzer, but I like the work that Peter Malware does." Like, shut up. They all do the same dumb bullshit. Like, shut up.
That's why when you report, you say maybe or maybe not. Because if you're right or wrong, you can say yourself.
Exactly. You have to be the weatherman.
Journalist isn't right.
You have to be the weatherman.
God. All right.
I don't know how anybody trusts the dirt sheets, especially after when, like, just about 90% of them said the Saudis were buying WWE.
Oh, God.
That whole thing.
No, that's because they fucking were going off a Reddit user.
I think that was honestly a plant. I honestly think somebody planted that to fucking fuck with them.
No, it's that fucking Kermit dude from Reddit
Yeah.
that thought, "Oh, I'm a credible user. Why not?"
The guy named Kermit the Frog. All right.
Well, Kermit the Frog here. So Saudis are buying the WWE.
Kermit the Frog here.
You hear that crap?
Saudis are buying WWE. Me.
They know we got Kermit the Frog reference in, but
It's reported by me and Miss Piggy. Like, come on, dude. Just like how, granted, I don't know how they fucking do it, but that fucking Zero News and BWE keeps reporting shit. Like, hold up.
Everybody thinks BWE's credible because B always seen a cat backstage. I Crown Jewel, the stray cat, and he reported on it. What the fuck?
Speaking of the dirt sheets, someone got arrested.
Yeah, Ringside News.
Ringside News, that fucking drunk dick. That drunk dickhead. Oh my god. I don't consider another one. Alvarez pisses me off more too. He's a fucking goof in himself.
I hate him more than Meltzer. That's saying something.
Yeah.
Oh, they both play tug of war with each other. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Oh god, I fucking hate him.
Meltzer talks.
Dude, like, I can go on and on. I'm tired. Okay, let's get back before we fucking curse this bracket due to their idiocracy. Okay. The next one, Pat. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day at Payback against Darby Allin and Christian Cage from Wrestle Dream. You know, where your boy debuted.
Yeah.
Had to throw that in there for extra.
In some way, shape, or form, Copeland's involved. So
I remember not really liking Christian and Darby until we got towards the end.
yeah, where Darby almost died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always a good place to start liking a match, by the way.
Yeah.
Normally, my favorite part to like a match is when somebody's getting ready to die.
Yeah.
We have high standards here, damn it.
If Darby's in the match, you know Darby's gonna die.
My wife and I
We
like
have high
going death
standards
matches
here
so
in
much.
this basement. Death or nothing.
Darby's mindset is like, break my body or the match sucked.
Yeah, that's what Pat apparently thinking.
9 times out of 10, it's both.
Sorry.
But I thought Sammy and Kevin in the Judgment Day, that was just a fun ride all throughout.
Yeah.
I got to go with JD and Sammy and Kevin.
Okay. Plus, a lot of people kept saying KO fucking bladed. He didn't blade.
No, it was Harwine.
No.
He did the Lucha Underground fake blood.
That wasn't fake blood. He actually got hit. I don't know from what. People were saying it was from JD McDonough, but I don't. I mean, he has a hard fucking head, so I don't know.
A big bobblehead.
Yeah.
The fucking pop figure. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a Funko Pop. That is true.
So is this unanimous with the tag match or no?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the tag match. That tag match was fan-freaking-tastic.
It was arguably probably the best match that whole night. Oh, well, we're going to get to that actually.
Yeah.
The next one, Jason. Roman and Cody, Mania 39. There it is. Against Seth and Nakamura from Fastlane. The last man standing.
Roman and Cody.
All right. Yeah, moving along.
Moving
Yeah.
along.
I wanted to give Seth and Nakamura a
If
chance.
it was matched up with something else, I would maybe have gone the other way because I'm not too big of a fan of that match.
I was trying to give him a chance.
Yeah. Well, gave Shinsuke
Well, yeah, see what happens.
much
You
like
gave
all of his-
Shinsuke a chance.
and much like all of Shinsuke's main event pushes, they go, they
Nowhere.
go the way they go.
All right. Joe. Osprey and Omega from Wrestle Kingdom 17. I picked this over. The first match. I picked it over Forbidden Door because I did love the Forbidden Door match. However, it was more predictable in that match in terms of Wrestle Kingdom. Because Wrestle Kingdom, I felt like was more hard fought. It was more showcased better showcased in a way because it was New Japan. But at the same time, you didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Plus, I thought the build was better. So, yes, I picked that match specifically. Osprey and Omega, the one from Wrestle Kingdom, against Vikingo and Commander from Super Card of Honor.
Kenny Oz for Wrestle Kingdom.
Moving along, yes, okay.
I was going to go with Vikingo and Commander because it wasn't Forbidden Door.
Really? You preferred the Forbidden Door match?
I prefer Forbidden Door.
I prefer the Forbidden Door
I prefer the
match, too.
Forbidden Door match too, though. But
So do we want to I mean, I'm fine with substituting as long as it's still Osprey and Omega, but
I don't
do we
think
want to put Forbidden Door instead?
I would say so.
Okay. I mean, I have no problem with that. Forbidden Door. All right. But it's still advancing either way. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's not to say Wrestle Kingdom's a bad match. It's just that Forbidden Door just goes above and beyond.
Okay, fair. Because I was thinking more into
I
it.
get
Okay.
what you mean, the build-up. I agree on that. Like, the
Yeah.
build-up was better, but it's just like, even
Plus-
whatever qualms you had about the build-up to the second one, the match surpassed any of those qualms.
there is one slight problem I have with the Forbidden Door match, though.
The Tiger Driver 93.
No.
Don Callis. He was
Yeah, that's a lot of people's problem with that match. Yeah.
Like he came out of nowhere.
That
And
was perfect.
Paul Turner, I think, is the referee. And he's one of the better AEW officials. He just stands there and looks at him.
Yeah, it was random as shit, and then the match just kept going. Like,
Yeah,
But I thought the action enough was better than Wrestle Kingdom. That's why I'm like,
there was no need to ham-fist Don Callis stuff. There
Yeah.
just wasn't.
yeah,
Nah.
that's
plus, I don't know. I just thought you got one of the few times Osprey delivered on the microphone for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
the press conference. Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, okay,
Let me
All
put it
right.
this. Either way, Kenny Ospreay should be further ahead.
I'll give him points to another match that's on this list, but
okay. So Osprey and Omega from Forbidden Door. Now that we've settled it, that's
Either way,
advancing.
they were going for. Either
Yeah.
match.
This is going to be a Final Four. I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, I'm predicting the outcome now. This is going to be a
Oh,
fucking Final Four.
I want to eliminate it next round just because you said that. It's up to you.
Okay,
Well,
and I'm going to fire the head of the disciplinary committee. Like,
you're not no committee. I'm the committee.
I'm the fucking owner. I will fire you.
Excuse me. No, you can't be just putting on this position.
Anthony, are you feeling physically threatened? Is your life in danger?
I'm feeling threatened towards this fucking webcam right now.
Hey, you know what? Jason can't be CM Punk because you don't like him. So pass Punk. So Pat, go on.
I'm going to drop the monitor, whatever you're watching this on.
Oh no!
I bet you Tony has them all stacked up too. Like, just fell.
Like a fucking idiot. Eh. He's trying to watch all screens at once. Like,
And it don't fall.
or no, the monitor's just like right in front of me, and it like hits his lap, and he felt physically threatened.
And it's coming from somebody that trips constantly. That's the
God,
part.
that is true.
Yeah.
God. All right, Osprey and Omega. Moving along. Pat, Seth Rollins and Logan Paul from Mania 39
Okay.
against Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada from Forbidden Door.
Ooh.
Which,
That's-
hot take, I thought Bryan and Okada was very underwhelming.
I actually agree there. And that's not the only time I'm going to say that about a Bryan Danielson.
Oh, he
match
stole my
either.
line because I have a very. I'm more at the hot take.
It's my line.
Brother!
He stole mine. I'm headed this one there.
Any women 18 or 28, you can come to the hotel.
Oh. No husbands allowed. Woo! God.
Rick, this is not.
And that
meant
one
to
put
be-
out an apology. And then,
Yeah, right. He put out an apology and people still shit on him.
Of course they did.
then Chris Jericho.
That's our society nowadays. Soft as continental tissue.
Yep.
I'm actually going to go with Seth and Logan here.
Ooh.
As I've maybe they're around the same quality,
Yeah.
but I have more positive feelings on Seth and Logan.
Like, if you wanted to give, like, to be honest, I feel like Omega Osprey should have main evented Forbidden Door.
It
Yes.
should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have.
They were too busy giving the dream match aspect, which I get it. Brian worked injured towards the last 10 minutes of the match, but it felt underwhelming to me.
That's
I
why I
don't know
just
why.
sell. If you're WWE, AEW, whoever, selling things on Dream Match just doesn't work all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is unanimous, but
I'm
Are
going
we-
Seth and Logan.
Yeah.
all right.
Just because of KSI as the prime mascot.
I mean, who knows? Brian and Okada could have a better match at Wrestle Kingdom coming up, so I don't know.
I think they will because I think that environment suits that matchup better than
Yeah,
than
that's
America.
Plus, Brian Danielson can shut the fuck up and say he finally worked New Japan. So
I mean, he technically did when he was.
he
young.
did, but still, he could shut the fuck up and say he worked it.
Hey now, hey.
I'm just saying.
Hope
That
he
was
has
his.
both eyes in time.
Hopefully, he has both eyes by Saturday. Tonight, yeah.
Hopefully
Shit.
he doesn't get injured on the tournament either.
And he
Yeah,
got-
I wouldn't be surprised. Who's he working? Kingston tonight?
Yep. Good
Oh,
luck. Yeah.
Kingston's fucking him up. He's gonna make him go blind.
The tournament that does have Kenny Omega in it. And you're copying New Japan. And
Dude, there
Kenny
were
Omega's
so
not-
many people left out of this tournament that made me upset.
Valentine's not- Hangman's not in it. Nobody's.
Like, why do you have I get Swerve, but no Hangman? Like, no Miro,
Well, he doesn't job, so he can't do that.
no Darby.
Mira's having a
He's
job.
he's
climbing
trying to
Mount
climb Mount
Everest.
Everest.
You could have thrown Adam Copeland.
He is though.
He's
dealing with Christian.
He's dealing with Christian. I get it, but then you also like
on Wednesday.
I
No,
don't
for
know.
real, that's when match happened.
Heyman at least unlike Swerve is selling the interest in the Texas Death Match.
Yeah, Omega, Takeshita, he's not in it.
That I don't understand. Why Takeshi's not in it.
And like I get it. People are like, "Oh, well, Omega's too busy with Jericho," but still, you could have had Omega in the tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's the issue. The Jericho Vortex.
The Jericho.
like,
The Vortex of Jericho.
and I know he's like the tag champ, but you could have thrown.
Hold it up, man.
Yeah, I know he's a tag champ, but you could have thrown Ricky Starks in the tournament. Let him showcase what he could do. Like,
No, like Jay Lethal, who you don't use ever, but he's also with Jeff Jarrett's in the tournament.
yeah, why is Jeff Jarrett not in the fucking tournament?
I was just gonna say on the Ryan
Because he's the smartest man in pro wrestling. He knows why he's not in the tournament.
It's okay. At least it's not the Hardys complaining about their booking.
I never seen Jeff Jarrett.
I lost my dog. I lost my bush. I lost my trailer.
And then Matt's saying that the Hardys that they should go heel. Nobody cares
They're-
if they heel. The Hardys.
I mean, they've actually, the last couple of trios matches, they actually have been working heel.
But no one's cared enough to pay attention.
No.
Okay. The next time I want to see the Hardys on TV or when they're going the whole thing.
This is the thing, though. I thought these guys had creative freedom. No, I thought these guys had creative freedom.
I think that's honestly lessened ever since Jimmy Jacobs has come in and taken over a lot of the creative.
Right.
I actually feel like that is actually a thing.
What?
That a lot of the town's creative freedom's been taken away a little bit ever since they brought in Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah.
That is true.
I feel like that's a lot. There's a lot to do, which in all honesty is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
He needs to have creative freedom.
That is true. That is
But
true.
They still need to find, for me, they need to find that balance between being too WWE-like.
Or two, no.
Like, I
No, they're-
want to stop creating more stories, which I like.
Yeah,
I want them to be them while they're doing it.
Yeah.
like,
Like, I'm glad that they're just not relying on dream match versus dream match to sell. Or dream matches to sell. But
Yeah, it's just like, which is it? Do you want no build dream matches or do you want,
They don't
next
go together.
strong fucking vignette shit?
yeah, that's true.
find the right balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when
And say what you want about those goofy vignettes. It's getting over. People are getting behind fucking Roddy and that whole fucking thing.
Oh, boy.
That is true.
You know what? I'm just going to kill about shut and keep on going. All the Ryan ones. I love them Jeff Ham Cole ones. Moving on.
Moving along, Seth and Paul advance. The next one, Jason.
Why does Paul fucking act? I'm sorry. I love him in the ring. He cannot act.
I mean, I think Roddy is getting over with the next strong thing. I do enjoy when he screams Adam, like it's fucking hilarious. However, do I think it's gonna get a big payoff for him? No.
No.
Nah, he's gonna be a fucking stooge in this fucking devil thing.
That's why I just see the workhorse ride.
Yeah, if he's not gonna be a payoff in this devil thing with being a lackey,
No,
I want the payoff to be Roddy and Adam Cole.
he's not the devil. Yeah, he's not in the devil thing.
No. I don't think.
The devil's voice is too high pitched to be right.
Yeah, I don't think Adam. From now that we know, I don't think Adam Cole's the devil at all.
No,
Period.
I don't think so either.
No.
I'm not-
However, I think the payoff should be Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong going into Revolution.
at this point, might as well. If Adam Cole's injured or not.
If he's healed by then, give me Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Revolution. You blow it off right there.
Works for me.
That's it. And then you move along Roddy to fucking the TNT title and Adam Cole back into the main event spot.
And
That's
real
it.
quick, my main issue was, and this is funny, because I know they're close in real life. I love their Undisputed Era stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole and MJF felt more like in the vignettes to me, felt less forceful as friends than Adam Cole and Ryan did. I don't know why.
That is true.
Adam Cole and MJF felt more natural than Adam Cole and Ryan.
Because it's something you wouldn't expect MJF to do.
Right,
That's why it felt natural because it's like MJF's known for being an asshole when really Adam Cole just came in and cleaned this guy up. Like
the right Adam Cole ones, I thought they made MJF and Adam Cole were acting like adults, but like with childish minds.
Yeah.
Adam Cole and Ryan were literally acting like kids. Well, they were riding the bike around.
they were pretty much just being themselves, like their friendship.
These are two 4-year-old. These are two 34-year-old men.
Well, no, I think at the same time they were trying to have Roddy and Adam compete in that same aspect with Adam and MJF. So it's like,
yeah.
I get it, but at the same time it wasn't hitting like how Adam and MJF was.
No. So yeah, it was just funny because, like I said, they're on the street or stuff, but for some reason they didn't come off natural.
All right, moving along. Seth and Paul advance. Jason, we have Phyllis and Samoa Joe from All In against Will Ospreay and Naito from the G1.
Will Ospreay and Naito. And not because it's against Phyllis. It is a better match. It's probably the reason why they decided to put that G1 back on Naito for a third time.
Okay.
He can still go. He's held up by fucking bandages and hopes and dreams at this point as well.
I mean, Forbidden Door, he looked like shit. But yeah.
He's held up like Saraya.
At least Naito can still go.
Right.
Well, all I can tell you this is there is less than a fuck given about that Tokyo Dome main event. No one gives a fuck about
Naito and Sonata, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sonata. Sonata was tower blocked. They waited way too long to put the championship on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they stripped away everything that made him popular in terms of his look. They just made him look like everybody else.
If anything, everyone's looking forward more towards Ospreay, Moxley, and David Finlay.
They would like it more if it was just Ospreay and John Moxley.
Yeah.
David Finlay is just freaking thrown in here.
He's just there.
This Wrestle Kingdom, they're going to have this Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to have a decent crowd, but then it's right back into the dark period for this company. So you think New Japan's going to hit another low? Yeah, they're not seeing it because Ospreay's leaving full time, and I'm sorry, Okada's on the clock. Which brings this question. Tony Khan has a partnership with New Japan, right? Yes. Would you consider it a partnership if he keeps taking their fucking top guys? No. No. It's called New Japan's desperate for American relevancy. That's what it is. Yeah. Because at this point, TK is literally just taking everybody that they have. Because if you know anything about the history, New Japan was in the fucking wrong, and that started their downturn. They had a dumbass CEO named Harold Mage. Yes. That took over, and if you look into it, he is the sole reason why the Elite left New Japan and went to start up AEW. Because he treated them all like fucking dog shit at the very end. I mean, now that they have the Bullet Club, but it's not the same. Yeah, the War Dogs and all this other stuff. Yeah, not the same. No, it's not even close. Not even close to being the same. But from that point on, they've been on a downturn. Yeah, because a little bit up in the last year, like 2020. Like last year, they probably saw a little bit of an uptick, but then you can tell they're back. Because Ospreay came back and carried their whole fucking year. Yeah, exactly. And look, all their top guys are getting old. Okada's 46. Tanahashi can barely move. Naito's like bandages. Barely move. Freaking Shingo's in his 40s. Then you have Minoru Suzuki, who's back and forth like 50s. He's in his 50s. God's sake, they don't have any young names. They don't have any young names. Yeah, because they pretty much just lost Ibushi. They lost Ospreay. They're gonna lose Okada. They lost Jay White. Yep. Because Okada's on his way out the door. Yeah, as I said, Okada's on the clock. It's either he goes to AEW or WWE. That's the question. Yeah. Because no way he's going back to fucking TNA. No. Yeah, just no matter what you try and do to try and stay face, it's like he remembers what you did with him. I mean, from what it looks like, I think Okada goes to AEW. I actually could see him going to WWE, to be honest.
I could too.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it is the same way of Ospreay. Like he wants to stay with his family. He wants to make to have the ability to travel to other companies.
He might want to stay in Japan.
Yeah, I think Okada stay. I think Okada's going to sign with AEW.
Possibly. You definitely see it.
Mercedes, on the other hand,
WWE to Ospreay right now.
Well,
Yeah.
she was always going to go back to WWE.
I think Mercedes is coming back. I think she's going.
She can handle actually competing with actual workers.
And I'm just going to say this. This is going to be hate. Hold on. If you're a woman that has tons of offers and you seriously consider AEW, that's on you.
No, I completely agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, honestly, if AEW should just shut down their women's division. They don't do.
Oh yeah. Because Tony Khan said it himself. The women's division doesn't draw.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
which makes me mad.
At least it'll be
But you don't give them a try. You don't even try.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Their best women's storyline is not even in AEW.
It's the Athena and Billy Starks.
Yeah, that's up for feud of the year. That's up for feud of the year
But
overall.
I won't give them credit because they didn't put out AEW. They actually put the timeline on YouTube.
Yeah, which they
Today.
Yeah, which I mean, they have been doing whatever things, but yeah, they put that up. For people
That was made
for people that probably haven't watched Ring of Honor on Honor Club to see what the hell's been going on.
No, I've seen enough to know that Athena and Billy Starks was made for AEW. It's just showcased on a wrong show.
Yeah,
I'm honest. I've only seen a couple matches for Ring of Honor this year. Most of them were on this list.
Yeah.
I did not do the Honor Club Monday.
It's AEW Dark.
That's what it is.
It's AEW Dark.
Which is why I think TK should have just let Ring of Honor shut its doors. Like he should have just left it alone.
I seen Brandon Cutler and Cole Cabana and Bronco and Buster some dude this week. I'm good.
What's one way to combat CM Punk? Colt Cabana.
You know what? I'll change my mind. Let me rephrase that. I see Brandon Cutler. I'm good.
New contract Cutler.
On another thing though, with Mercedes coming back, I think it's because of CM Punk. I think that opened the possibility of.
If Triple H can Punk, you get anybody at this point.
And Triple H wants. That's Triple H. That's one of Triple H's top girls.
Well, you still don't know what's the actual reason why she left.
We don't.
Or was it Hunter?
I think it's Vince.
It's not Triple H. I'll tell you
No,
this.
that's the
documentary. She broke down in tears when she said Triple H sent her a congratulations text.
yes, because at the same time, Triple H is not that stupid to let her walk.
Right.
He would never be that stupid, knowing that that's one of his top women. No,
that's his favorite horsewoman.
Exactly.
I think like she'll come back. I think Trinity's. Perfectly fine sticking around with Impact.
I say give it time. Trinity's gonna actually make a name for herself, and she'll come back.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
I think for her, but I think
As of right now, Trinity's doing a fantastic job in Impact.
Yeah.
Give her time to make a name for herself. Stay away from AEW. She'll come back. However, I do see Mercedes coming back or Sasha pretty soon.
she'll be Sasha.
She'll be Sasha.
What do you do with her? Because it's like now you have a log jam.
No, you don't.
I think you do, especially
You have her pair with Bailey to go after Damage Control. And then you start to build and plant the seeds for a Sasha Kyrie rematch, a Sasha Io, a Sasha Asuka, or if you put her on Raw, you have Sasha and Rhea written right all over you.
Now, yes, that is fresh. Like the stuff on with SmackDown is all retreads.
Yeah, but then you have a Sasha Rhea.
Say this. If there's ever a more perfect time for somebody to return to WWE, storyline,
it's Sasha.
For a woman, it's Sasha right now.
Especially with the storyline with Bailey right now with Damage Control. Yes, Bailey's going to need backup. Charlotte's not going to cut it. Bianca's not going to cut it.
It's like they just give me a reason to not want to watch their show. It's my two most hated people fucking being part of that.
Well, then people are like, "Oh, we'll never." I think Dave Meltzer reported we're never going to get the match between Mercedes and Julia, and it's like, "We'll see you at SummerSlam."
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see you at SummerSlam.
She was, so I don't know.
Yeah, because it wasn't that long ago that.
Yeah, Triple H didn't know what Joshi was until he was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, let me just put it like this. You may see that match soon.
Yeah, you'll see it at SummerSlam.
It's just going to be on this side of the continent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not where Meltzer wants it to be.
You won't see that match because Sasha doesn't want to get hurt again.
No, I think it'll be. I don't know.
Because that ankle scare her away from actually competing against real wrestlers.
The one that I would say about Sasha coming back on SmackDown, that does hurt Bayley's chances at the title match at Mania now. They're going to do Sasha and Bayley against the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag titles.
Then who would you pair with Io?
That's where Io gets stuck now.
Exactly. Again, log jam.
I can see them moving the title to Charlotte and Bianca then.
Then you would have to have Io drop it at the Rumble.
Right.
To Charlotte.
But Io's still stuck because I don't know what Io does for Mania. It's Sasha.
Again, it's the same thing that
Io and Kyrie would be the tag team, not Asuka and Kyrie.
All right,
yeah.
Io and Kyrie, so Asuka's
But that's the same. It would be the same thing Jason said the last episode, I believe. It would be to do that to Io and Bayley would be equivalent to Jericho and Kevin Owens.
It'd be the exact same thing you did with Kevin Owens and Jericho.
So maybe Sasha comes back for the summer. Maybe she doesn't come back for Mania.
Or Sasha comes back to Raw after Mania.
Yeah,
preferably she just doesn't come back at all and she just stays away from wrestling.
No, stop it, Jason.
She signs with AEW, she's a fucking idiot, but that's not her.
Oh, she's signed with AEW. Her career's done. I don't want to hear it. Like Sasha's going to be the female version of CM Punk if she signs with AEW. Realizes that it's not what it's looked out to be. Yeah.
No, I can't wait for a Mercedes press conference. Like,
hey, it would be more news. Be more news for us to hear about catfights in the women's locker room.
Yep. It's gonna be her and a Britt Baker. Wait, watch.
well, bro, I have to go see a dentist.
Yeah.
True. All right. Speaking of women, let's get back into it. Well, no, because the next matchup is a pair of women's matches again.
See, go off topic works.
Yeah. See, stay on the topic of women. Becky and Trish from Payback against Willow Nightingale and Athena from Death Before Dishonor.
Ooh, this is a good one.
And this is why I stated earlier, arguably match of the night at Payback was either the tag match or Becky and Trish.
On this.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is.
Because Willow and Athena took that fucking night, man.
Yeah, it was either that or Claudio and Pop from that show.
No, I strictly went with Willow and Athena.
Well, I'm just saying, I get it. Yeah, that was an extra pet. I'm just saying, just looking at that show.
No, I had Claudio and
He had Claudio.
Damn it, it was too quick for you to do a screenshot.
Damn it. All right, we're good.
I'm going to go with Willow and Athena here. And I'm going to stick to my thread today of there's more of a story behind Athena and Willow.
Yes.
Than there was with Trish and Becky being all that strong.
Which arguably is up for worst feud of the year. So, yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of just a weird, awkward thing where Zoe felt like she had more chemistry with Becky than the central of the feud was Trish.
It was like one of those things where you were finally waiting for the big match payoff, and then here it is. Yeah.
Where it finally looked really good.
Okay.
Where there was build up with Athena and Willow and
then it told a better story. Yeah. Okay, so you're going Willow Athena. Is this unanimous?
I'm gonna I'm not too big of a Willow Nightingale fan as other people are, but yeah, that match they delivered in spades, and yes, Becky and Trish also deserves its flowers. Again, for a feud that really wasn't all that great going in,
the match fucking over delivered,
and some. It was probably in the top 5 Trish matches of all time.
I mean, if anything, I think it was Trish's best match.
And it's Becky's best match in forever too.
Becky's best match since
that started the streak that Becky's been.
Yeah, that starts Becky's big streak that she had over the fall.
I want to say the role before. She had that great full.
The Zoe Stark, the Falls Count Anywhere,
that week until now, Becky's taking a run for woman.
And that just kept over the course of a month, like 2 months. She had like 6 or 7 great matches.
Yeah, this is not starting Becky's run for woman of the year, honestly.
Yeah.
Realistically, she should probably win that award.
I think Becky. That's probably Becky's best match since SummerSlam last year.
Yeah, Bianca.
Or War Games, if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk singles matches, Bianca.
Single setting, it would be
Bianca at SummerSlam. Yeah. Okay. So Willow and Athena will advance.
That match is fan-freaking-tastic. And I'm telling Athena definitely makes a strong case for a women's wrestler of the year, too, because she's carried that, not just the women's division, but the entire company of ROH on her back.
Yes.
From somebody that doesn't watch ROH weekly, she's the only person I hear about. So,
And she's going to main event Final Battle. I think that match is closing. I can't see anything else.
The only thing I've heard about.
Yeah. And she's going to do the job. She's going to put over Billy. So.
Yes.
I do have one big issue, though. It's not with her. It's her booking. We see every other ROH champ on TV.
Yeah, no. I know. I completely agree. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, but we don't see her.
I don't get it at all.
But she's a woman. But and Tony's never had one to know, so I get it.
Oh, jeez.
Woo! Zing. All right. The next one, Joe. Seth and Finn from SummerSlam.
Okay.
Against Eddie Kingston and Jay White from Battle in the Valley.
Oh, yeah. The New Japan match. That's right.
Yes.
New Japan strong.
Right. I'm going with Seth and Finn.
Okay.
I like the AJ match. Seth and Finn just sticks out to me more right now.
Okay.
Biased, but just sticks out to me more.
Is this unanimous?
Yeah, I'm going to go Seth and Finn here, too. Eddie and Jay was a little bit too unanimous. It was too little anticlimactic because you knew Jay was losing. And at that point, we thought he was going to WWE because that's obviously why they did the stipulation to begin with.
Yeah, like we already knew he was out the door already. So
yeah. So where Seth and Finn, they actually gave you a reason to believe that Finn was actually going to win the championship.
I was there for that too. I was like rooting for Finn. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it was like there was more drama to this match as opposed to their Money in the Bank match and their Raw match.
And it's the best match they've had with each other. I think it's way better than their 2016 match.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're better of the SummerSlam matches.
Yeah.
Okay, so Seth and Finn advance. The next one, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, Backlash.
Okay.
Against Buddy Matthews and Andrade on Collision June 17th, which was the ladder match.
No. Was this the ladder match? I think it was just the regular first match that they had with each other.
I thought it was a ladder match for that mask.
Later on, but later on they did. This was just a regular match.
This
is the debut of Collision.
Oh. Yeah, this is
when they did their wives moves.
Yeah.
Each other,
yeah.
Buddy did the rear lock and
and
Andrade won with the figure eight.
Yes.
I could have sworn this was the ladder match, no?
They did have a ladder match later on, but yeah, this is not it. But this is, I think, the better of the two matches anyway.
Okay. I was just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I must have got mixed up. But yes, Buddy Matthews and Andrade regardless.
I'm sorry, what was the first match?
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest from Backlash.
This is probably going to be weird, but I'm probably going to go Bad Bunny and Damian Priest here, as the atmosphere in Puerto Rico did help that match largely, and the overbooking helped that one too. Buddy and Andrade is a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
Two guys out.
But I think just the moments in there and the atmosphere of it help Bad Bunny and Priest.
Okay. Fair. So Bunny and Priest, Joe.
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. So I want to say that I'll say the overbook can add to the match. because the match itself is a pretty damn good match, though.
Yeah.
Priest does a great job with Bunny. Well, it's just the two of them, and Bunny holds his own. So,
Okay.
Yeah, the Puerto Rico, my most unexpected match of the year. Let me pull it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm done with it. I can make an argument that could main event that night over Cody and Brock.
Yeah.
Fair.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's unanimous for me. This is a battle of two crowd enhancers where the crowd enhanced the match because the crowd became super lively for this Buddy Andrade match also and made it better than it had any right to be when it first started. But yeah,
True.
the overbooking of Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, if it was an Attitude Era match. That was literally what that match was. It was an Attitude Era match. And
it works in this regard.
And it worked. Yeah. So 100% Bad Bunny, Damian Priest for sure.
Fair. Unanimous, Bunny and Priest. The next one, Jason. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker from Gold Rush against Will Ospreay and Chris Jericho from All In.
Ospreay and Jericho. Ospreay
Okay.
cut an amazing promo in the build up to it.
Bruv.
Jericho was on his A game. I know we like to make fun of him, but he was on his A game here in this match.
Okay.
Ospreay looked like $1 million.
Listen, bruv. Okay, so one for Ospreay and Jericho. Pat, bruv. Your turn.
Can I fire him for that? I don't know. Hold on.
Nah, bruv. Nah.
Yeah, yet another Ospreay match goes through.
Ospreay's. Can we just fucking call it right now? Ospreay's Wrestler of the Year. We don't even need the fucking bracket. Let's just.
Try to put some respect on Ospreay's name and give him a
No, my
7.
you have your moment.
You put some.
It's about time these people put respect on Jericho's name. Thank you.
So Ospreay and Jericho will advance. I'm pretty.
always defend Jericho in 2023.
Well, what are we talking about this match? Sure.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
It's Jericho and Ospreay for me too. So yeah.
All right. Unanimous. The next one, Joe, Roman and Sammy, Elimination Chamber,
Okay.
Takeshita and Omega from All Out.
Oh. Now,
Yeah, this is rough.
this is a tough one because the match with Roman and Sammy is a great match. Kind of a house show feel in the beginning because there was the stalling and all that. But
Yeah.
it works in sense because you're Sammy's hometown, so you're just going for the easy crowd pop to get the crowd more, and it works.
Yes.
And the story does elevate Sammy. Because once again, I will say this. When people are saying Cody's going to get booed next to Sammy, no, he's not. Sammy's
It's not.
big story in the bloodline was Jay, not Roman.
Yes.
And that goes to where we're supposed to go at WrestleMania, the main event.
Yes.
Takeshita beating Kenny is great for Takeshita.
But it did nothing for Takeshita after.
Yeah, no.
Nothing but
Yeah.
Takeshita. And with that being said, I do think as a match, Takeshita and Kenny might be a better wrestled match. But Roman and Sammy blow out for everything, including the payoff. So Roman and Sammy.
Okay. Jason?
I'm going to go Takeshita and Omega.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly better match than Roman and Sammy. Roman and Sammy's got the atmosphere.
Yes.
I think my only gripe with that Roman Sammy match is I feel like they beat Sammy a little too easily. There wasn't as much of
There wasn't many like
he almost had him like
near
Yeah.
falls or there
Yeah.
weren't many interferences.
like they
I
had
will say, like, Triple H decided that Cody was the guy.
yeah. Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Sammy had no shot at beating Roman. Sammy
Yeah.
didn't like he had that chance to beat Roman.
But I feel like even with that, I feel like that downgrades the match ever so slightly for me, and that's where I put Takeshi and Omega.
Okay.
Kenny's job that night was doing everything in his power to make Takeshita somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. So 1-1. Pat, you're the deciding vote for once.
Remember, I'm the head of the committee, so I can fire you.
Look at the framing.
I can fire you. No, get out of my house.
Oh yeah, that's another advantage I have.
Oh.
Just remember where Takeshita is right now.
Oh,
shit. Yeah, he's too busy tapping to Jericho.
Why? Because Jericho says it's best for business or something.
that's actually an honorable mention, by the way. Their DDT match is actually an honorable mention.
It is, but wrong outcome.
It's Jericho without Will Ospreay. Okay.
It's the wrong outcome. Takeshita should have won, but yeah.
No, I don't disagree with that, actually.
I mean, Jericho thinks they're going to meet again down the road, but
Probably will because, well,
Everybody does.
everybody meets Jericho down the road.
again.
And again,
But yet, what happened to Action Andretti?
Well, I mean,
The guy beat Jericho.
he almost broke Robert. He almost broke Robert's run that maybe.
Yeah, but then we realized Roddy didn't want to take the move. He probably, I don't know. It looked like a misstep. I don't fucking know. We can never.
If you almost break a guy's neck, I think you should go for TV for more than 2 weeks. So, and that's why I'm not blaming him, but at the same time,
I don't know.
I'm actually gonna have to agree with Joe on this one.
Okay, Roman Sammy.
you did have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
jeez.
feared for my life from the disciplinary committee.
See, I took one. He can't.
The story beforehand with Sammy and the bloodline and Roman, and the story that happened after in Sammy's part, I think puts this over Takeshita and Omega.
Okay, fair enough.
Again, Takeshita really hasn't done
Jack shit, sister.
to put it that way. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Roman's part time and Sammy's still elevated as a top guy on the roster. So
Yeah, that match and that crowd reaction got the tag titles the main event night one.
plus this was like the second overall time where they made Roman the biggest fucking villain.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the bad mouth and the same as wife, and
Yeah.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair. Roman, Sammy advance. The next one, Jason.
Mhm.
We all talked about it. Hangman Page and Swerve from Full Gear against Wesley and Dijak from Vengeance Day.
Nah, this might be the easiest first round matchup we got here. Hangman and Swerve, move it along.
We all agree. Move it along. Yeah. Okay.
Swerve dance, even though you can't see me.
All right. The next one, Pat. FTR and Bullet Club Gold on Collision, which was the 2 out of 3 falls.
Like the
Again?
near
The near hour match, yes. Against the 5-way from Stand and Deliver.
Which is
The North American title match.
Wesley, Dragon Lee, Jordan.
Axiom,
Dragunov.
Yeah.
Dragunov. Yeah.
Thunder.
Who's the fifth guy?
JD
Uh,
McDonough.
JD
Oh, it was
McDonough.
JD, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was having a feud with fucking who was he
I-
feuding with?
I think he was feuding with Dragunov.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they put on a fucking NXT banger like 2 nights after.
His last match. Yeah, actually.
That was the way to end the feud. Yeah,
I thought his last match was with Dragon Lee.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, he beat
Yeah.
JD. Yeah, not right.
And that was still a banger. That was also an honorable mention. Those 2 matches were honorable mentions. I'm not going to lie.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Bullet Club Gold and FTR here.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. All right. Moving along.
Bang gang.
Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Like, goddamn, you already know this.
The U.S. title elimination chamber match
Okay.
against the Usos, KO, and Sammy.
Oh, it's Mania main event. That's what
Mania
it is.
main event. I'm not shitting on the U.S.
No, it's a
Elimination
very
Chamber,
good match. Yeah, this is where you think they're actually going to do something with Gargano because they gave him a lot in that chamber match, but then they don't.
It's just what I get it. It was part of the story and the build, but I feel like it could have done better with Logan Paul not being involved.
I would. Yes, I thought they were going to do more Montez.
He was actually built as a
Yeah, he
star
was-
in that match.
Yeah, and they.
See, with Johnny,
That just speaks to the whole year with that company and the Street Profits. They don't know what they're doing with them. They're stop start.
I think they're doing a good job now too. Not gonna lie, I like the role now.
Stop start with them right now.
I like their role now, but they have no idea if their heels are baby faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Because Bobby is supposed to be a heel, but he's still playing to the fucking crowd
They
with
say
his music.
before
Like,
his
dude, you're a heel.
Yeah,
Last night before his match with Pete Dunne, Bobby Lashley's like, listen to these people.
you're a heel, Bobby.
Bobby, you like play your role correctly, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, that's what Lashley
Be the heel you were in fucking TNA. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Bring
it
the
does help
MVP
Pete
back.
Dunne. That they're trying to as a babyface. That Lashley was.
We need the long awaited reuniting of the Hurt Business.
I'm just interesting to know what the fuck are they gonna do with B-Fab.
Release her.
Well, I won't cry, so.
She's obviously gonna be like installed into this fucking group, but like
To do what?
the manager, I don't fucking know. If anything, if you really wanted to, if Bianca goes heel, that's the perfect spot.
Exactly. Like, so plug in Bianca and we'll wish
Especially if-
future endeavors, and she can go to NWA or something.
Oh god, no.
She can be with Black Cheese.
No, she'll go with fucking.
But
She'll go to AEW.
B5 versus Saraya.
B-Fab versus Britt Baker. I can see it now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that'll re-break Soraya's neck.
Yep. I have a fear for Soraya's life.
So Mania Night 1 main event advances.
Yes.
Another pair of tag matches, Joe. FTR and the Bucks from All In, which I was very on and off about putting this on. Like at one point, I did not have it on the list. And at another point, I changed my mind because I was like, all right, looking back at it, it wasn't a bad match. So FTR and the Bucks against the Bloodline, KO, and Sammy from Night of Champions. Which was Roman and Solo.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. I had to think for a minute.
No, you're good. Which started the, eventual turn of the Usos.
Yeah, the Civil War.
Oh, these two matches are close for me.
Grudge matches, I guess.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah. I'll go with FTR on the Bucks, but barely.
Barely, okay.
Not for really go either way.
Because if you look at it, the Bloodline KO and Sammy match, like it did its job, but you could tell the focus was more on the Bloodline than the tag titles.
Right. I think that match was the technically better match, in terms of everything surrounding it, but it was only focused on one half.
Yeah, if you want to look at it from a crowd aspect, Night of Champions shits on it
Yeah.
because of Sammy.
Yeah, if FTR, if they have advances, I'm not mad.
Okay, so you're going FTR Bucks.
Yeah.
Jason?
FTR and Bucks.
FTR, okay.
I consider the Bloodline Sammy KO match. It's a very good match, but to me, it's what I classify as a story match. You're just waiting for the angle to happen. Whereas, again, bell to bell,
FTR and Bucks, yeah.
FTR and Bucks. Although to me, it's the weakest of the three FTR Bucks matches.
Agreed.
Yeah. But hey, it was Wembley. Why not? FTR and the Bucks. Is this unanimous, Pat?
I actually would have gone with the Bloodline and Sam. Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair. FTR and the Bucks. The next one we have, Pat, the women's triple threat from SummerSlam, which was Bianca, Charlotte, and Asuka.
Okay.
Against MJF and Jay White from Full Gear.
All right, SummerSlam triple threat race.
I'm going to go MJF Jay White because I'm not a fan of that triple threat match from SummerSlam.
Honestly, it was one of the best matches of the night.
I like how I said Pat.
Everyone else
Jason and Joe answered before me.
I thought the women's triple threat was one of the best matches.
Automatically, like.
Well, no, for SummerSlam, I thought that was one of the few best matches of the night.
Well,
it told the story.
Yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying is it told a story. It made Charlotte fucking work again. and it put over Io in the long run.
For me, I had no idea why the fuck MJF and Jay White are here. So here's my
Okay, outside of the shitty booking,
the match
Yes.
is good, but it's not good enough to be a match of your list. Sorry.
Yeah, even I would agree with that. To be honest, I wouldn't have had it on here either.
These are 2 first-round eliminations, honestly. That's all.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I had to throw him a bone. I mean, we could substitute it. I just don't know which
No,
honorable mention.
No, that's good. They're going to get eliminated next round anyway. Don't matter.
So wait, is this MJF and Jay White going through,
I
or
have no idea, Pat.
I have more positive vibes in the triple threat, so that goes through.
okay? So Joe,
Yeah, no, I'm with him.
women's triple threat. All right.
You know what? Io cashed in and got her push going. So there
Yeah.
you go. That saves it. Io, that was after the match. Who cares? Just go.
All right. Fine by me.
Did that garbage out here?
Yeah, Jay White lost to MJF the Pirate. All right.
No storyline advancement. No reason. Pay-per-view where you already have people's money.
Honestly, it killed Jay White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even this week against Swerve. I didn't buy him against Swerve in this.
No. I didn't mind the match with Swerve. I thought the promo.
I didn't buy Jay White beating Swerve, though.
No. I was. You're not going to have Swerve lose. I do not believe Swerve is going to lose.
Babyface, real quick.
Easily.
I think the match was fantastic. I think the match was good. I also enjoyed the Jay White promo after because watching it, I was like, "There's Jay White."
Well, I will say this about AEW: their social media exclusive interviews
Mhm.
are way better than their interviews on TV
Mm-hmm.
backstage.
Because
Renee's
They're
a
trying
great
to treat this tournament like a G1.
yeah,
They're doing the same pre and post match interviews like the G1 would.
plus it's more authentic.
Right. On the backstage interviews on TV, Renee carries them.
Oh hell yeah! Come on.
Renee's a fantastic interviewer.
That's because Renee has those years of experience. Like,
But like I don't care for the interviews backstage. The social media was way better. That's stuff I will
Yeah.
say.
But yeah, Swerve's quickly going babyface, and this is the part of the reason why I think they left out Heyman. Heyman's going to cost them this Continental Classic, and they're going to do a third match, but with Hangman as the heel. I think they're double turning those two.
honestly, I think you should save Hangman and Swerve 3 for Wembley next year.
Not a bad idea.
I say save it. If you want your world title match, that's your world title match.
Both those guys should be main events by now.
Wembley.
No.
Right now, but yes, I think that's your world title main event going into Wembley next year.
I do think Hangman should if we're going to save that, I think Hangman should constantly cost him shit.
Yeah, of course. Like literally build almost a year-long feud because AEW is good at that. Build an almost year-long feud and have Hangman constantly fuck with Swerve throughout the whole year, and then boom, you pull the trigger. Swerve and Hangman is your main event for Wembley next year.
Yeah,
that's how I would do it because what other fucking story would you do? Omega and Swerve?
No.
MJF and Swerve?
I mean, I thought that might be a title match at some point, but
I say that's
doing Osprey at big match in Wembley.
I think that's Osprey Omega 3. I mean, I think
that's the only way to go about it.
And I think it's Danielson and Nigel.
I want to see. That's the thing. I wanted that for this year's Wembley.
But what better way for Danielson to go out full time than to be against his greatest rival, which is Nigel?
I guess
it makes a lot of sense.
Sure. I mean, I'm trying to think who else was also one of Bryan Danielson's greatest rivals. Punk's in WWE.
Yeah.
Can't say Samoa Joe.
Something
You can't say Samoa Joe.
No.
You can't say AJ Styles because Styles is in. I'm trying to think. Who the fuck? You can't say low key.
No, because AEW is not that stupid to touch low key with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, but even though Bryan Danielson and low key fucking kill each other.
Yes. You do not disrespect low key. A badass Brandon.
I mean, you also got Roderick Strong.
I wouldn't call that a big rivalry.
Yeah, but they beat the piss out of
Oh,
each
they
other.
did. I'm not disagreeing that they did. I'm just saying I wouldn't classify that as a
Yeah,
big rivalry.
I mean Nigel. Yeah, Nigel's the only way to go about it. But
Yeah.
knowing them, I don't think Nigel's healthy enough. I don't think Nigel wants to, but I don't think they'll clear him. I don't think.
That's never stopped the EW.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Brian's wrestled with one eye. That's never stopped the EW.
And they already scheduled him.
And he also hasn't wrestled in a decade. So
Yeah, that's true. Because in today's wrestling, anything can happen. Seriously.
and
Anything can
realistically, his issues.
Apparently wrestled.
And realistically, the reason why Nigel stopped has nothing to do with no head injury or arm or anything like that. It's the hepatitis.
I know.
That's true. But there's a pirate wrestle tonight, so it won't stop AEW.
All right.
Stop doing evil.
Women's triple threat advances. Okay. Pat, what I thought was match of the night, and probably better than Brian Okada, Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. Wrestle Dream against Hangman Page and Jon Moxley from Revolution.
Ooh.
This is, tough one.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the second match.
Hangman Page and Jon Moxley from Revolution.
They're a Texas death match.
Yeah, no Texas death match.
Yeah, where Page didn't drink blood.
Oh Jesus.
The non-drinking of blood. That's just a normal sentence in wrestling now.
I've seen that 3 times this year on H2O. What the fuck?
Well,
I'm going to be honest here, and this is going to be the hot take. This is the match I was referring to earlier, where I said there's going to be another Bryan match that I wasn't all that pleased with.
What? Really?
I wasn't pleased with Bryan and Zack Sabre Jr. at all.
I mean, the fucking dirt sheets are saying it's better than Benoit Angle, so.
I think that has more to do with, thou who shall not be named. But,
Mind you, they said it was better than Angle HBK, so here the fuck we are.
Yeah, that just seemed. I mean, the grappling was good in it, but that's kind of what I expect from them. I was expecting. I don't know. It just felt like they were practicing instead of actually.
You expected these two to beat the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that
Not
from a Zack Sabre Jr. match, though.
Yeah. So for me, it's easy. I got to go with Moxley and Hangman here.
Okay, Jason.
I'm going to go with Danielson and Sabre.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Fair. Joe.
I don't think I was as hard of a match as Pat was.
Yeah.
With Brian and Zach.
Okay.
But I like the Hangman and Moxley more.
So you're going Page and Moxley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to me, I'll be honest, for me, Hangman and Swerve still wrestle Dream too.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. So.
But I couldn't put Wrestle Dream because yeah.
But yeah. So I'll go with Hangman and Moxley.
Okay. Fair.
Dave Meltzer will be angry at me.
All right. This is where I think the next two matchups get easy.
All right.
Joe, the men's War Games against the men's Rumble.
I like the men's Rumble. If it was better than 22. So.
Yeah, that's not saying that.
Men's Rumble was very good. And I love the final two between Cody and Gunther.
Yes.
One of the best final twos of all time.
Yes.
But I'm going to go with the men's War Games.
I mean, because the men's Rumble was too predictable, right?
Not the predictability. Sometimes the predictability works best in the Rumble.
Yeah.
It was a good, very good Rumble. I liked the men's War Games because it's still out compared to recent War Games in WWE.
Okay.
But it was the more old school War Games without the blood. Because the only weapon they really used was the bull rope and something else.
Yeah, Cody.
There was a table too, I think.
Cody had his hands all over this fucking.
But this was more about the guys in the match.
Yeah.
So I did like that homage to Dusty and all that.
Plus, it brought back the Orton and
Orton and
yeah.
Phyllis.
So yeah, I'm done with the men's War Games, but the Royal Rumbles are good.
Okay, fair. Pat.
I'm actually going to go with the Royal Rumble.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I completely agree with Joe on the War Game stuff, but I thought this is probably one of the stronger Rumbles there's been in years.
Yeah.
And not just 2 years. They did an excellent job with Gunther throughout that entire Royal Rumble.
Yes.
in the final two. Yeah, it might not get the love on it because Cody didn't go on to finish his story with other people, but I thought this one was actually a really strong Royal Rumble.
Can I just add to that real quick, though? And that's one thing I will wish I could change up. Here comes another hot take. And it's about WWE, people, not AEW. So calm down. Because I do like AEW. I just went all like Tony Khan. That's fine. I thankfully gave me a second wrestling company, but other than that. I'm okay with Cody losing at WrestleMania this year if he wins it in Philly because I thought Cody should have been number 1 in the Rumble.
Yes, thank you. I'm not the only one that thought that.
Yeah, he should have been 30. That does. Yeah, no.
Him coming out at 30 made it even more predictable.
And easy for him. And
yes.
On the road to Mania was easy for him.
Yeah, and with
Roman, I don't want to say people got booed like Cena, but Cody's not as popular as he is now.
But now that you have a year build, Cody went through adversity. He went through.
Here is 6 months, 5 months, Mania. And
yeah.
Say, roll if Roman wins again. I'd roll. And they're just doing this to pat his record with Hogan and Bruno.
Which I feel like if they do that, that'll diminish Cody.
I don't know if it'll diminish Cody because Cody is the face of the company. I don't care what people say about that.
Cody's no, Cody, Jason. However you think it, Cody's the face.
Right.
Even with Phyllis back, it's still Cody.
But here's where they will hurt the fans' trust with them with Cody.
Yeah.
Yes. Because they do the fans that all year. But with Triple H, I trust them more than Vince with that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm okay to wait out another year because Cody's more over now than he was before Mania. And you want to go predictable, that's fine. That should have been number 1. That's the one thing that I had with the Rumble, and I'm okay if he loses at Mania. And plus, not like he lost clearly at Mania. He had Roman. He's the only guy that ever had Roman beat like really well.
And I think with Cody planted the seeds about the bloodline, Roman losing the bloodline.
And look what happened.
I think before Mania, that's when Roman's slowly going to start losing Solo and Jimmy. Yeah. And that's when Roman is going to figure out that he can't do it on his own.
Right.
And hopefully lose to Cody.
Perfect ending to all that is, he loses both of them, and then during the Mania match, he loses Paul.
Yeah. Paul will walk out.
Yeah.
And then that's when, Roman finally loses, going to the sunset.
Yeah, so I do want to say that just in case the Roman gets eliminated, and I forgot. That's why.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with you because I was there for that Rumble in San Antonio.
Right.
And when I saw Cody come out number 30, I sat there and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you had Gunther go an hour and 10 minutes just for Cody to have an easy way out. Like, at that point, when I saw Cody come out at 30, I immediately changed my pick and I was like, I feel like Gunther should win this fucking Rumble. With the way he's been, like, literally the strongest person in the whole Rumble, I was rooting for Gunther.
And if Punk didn't come back, I would have said book that the same way, but reverse. Have Cody be 1.
Yeah.
Have Gunther be 30.
Yes.
Have Gunther beat Cody. Cody wins the Chamber.
Yes.
Either way, I don't have Cody win the Rumble.
No. I from the way this looks,
I think Punk is winning the Rumble.
I think Punk's winning the Rumble.
Yeah.
So he can add that to his whole resume.
No, because I feel like that was another way for Punk to come back to sweeten the deal. Like, you finally get your Rumble win, you finally get your WrestleMania main event.
Main event night 1, so you can finally say you main event WrestleMania.
But it also gives Seth his WrestleMania main event,
which means we're screwing over the women again, all just to fucking appease old Phyllis.
I mean, it should be.
So I'm not surprised.
It should be Rhea Becky, but hey, whatever.
It should definitely be Rhea and Becky.
Rhea, I know people say screw the woman. No offense to the woman at 38. Bianca and Becky was a great match. You weren't main event over Stone Cold. And the tag titles deserve to main event over 39.
Yeah.
It's actually
match themselves. I'm talking about the storyline.
It's more story driven.
38. You could have put that Austin KO thing somewhere else on the show.
No, you could have, but you couldn't have, because that was the selling point of WrestleMania. Outside of Roman and Brock, that was the selling point.
And when you think about that night, the 3 main things were Becky and Bianca, which was in the middle of the card, but that's still a show. Then right behind that, where you will probably put a segment, was Cody's return.
Yes.
Yeah, Cody and Seth,
Yeah, so like Austin's not going on first.
No.
So last in that
Yeah.
case.
And Austin's not going to go on right before Cody's return, so no.
Right, yeah, so they were they overstacked night 1 that night. You could probably put Bianca and Becky on night 2.
Which should have been, because night 2 was fucking horrendous.
and
Outside of Sammy and Knoxville and possibly McAfee in theory.
Roman and Brock was just not good because Roman hurt himself.
Roman
That
and
was-
Rock both got injured.
They rushed that finish.
Yeah, because they were supposed to go an extra 10 minutes, which I was like, for fuck's sake.
Right, that's why I call the Rumbles this year. And
Like, another 10 minutes? This reminds me of fucking Mania 34. What the fuck are we doing?
Where's the blade job?
Like, it was sad because their crown jewel match was actually not that bad.
Right,
But
well,
then,
the
Hey,
wrestling.
getting back into the thing, I'm going to pick the men's war games also
okay,
because I think
fair.
it was one of the better war games they've done in a while for the guys. The Rumble, it's so neck and neck because the Rumble, it's the best Rumble since 2020 to me. for the
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Well, not 2021?
Well,
It's the pandemic. I have to.
Okay, fair. Since 2020.
That's always going to
Yeah.
happen next to it.
Anything from the pandemic is asterisk.
It's hard. It really is. It just is.
Okay, fair.
But
So,
yeah,
men's
you
war
know,
games.
As I said, Cody and Gunn for that final 2 was incredible, and how they pieced together different things throughout that Rumble was really well done. But then they did the same thing and the most important thing, they did the War Games formula correctly.
Yes.
When the
Yes.
heels were on advantage, they had the advantage. When the baby faces got back into it, they beat the hell out of the heels. That is how War Games is supposed to be done.
Yes.
not a chip vote.
Stop fucking around with the formula.
We had Ruffles vote because they got money from Ruffles.
Ruffles, chips suck.
Oh, man.
I agree with this. I'm just saying that's why.
I mean, they made money from that advertisement, so. Men's War Games advance. And the last matchup of the first round,
The women's war games.
the Women's War Games
Right.
versus the Women's Rumble. Jason.
What odds?
What are the odds?
Who's got
women's war games?
I mean, I agree with him, but still.
Women's war games. They had a lot. They had good little story stuff in there, and the stuff coming out of it. You know, it's obviously going to lead to stuff with WrestleMania. So I'm
All
going
right.
with war games.
Is this unanimous? Women's War Games?
I'm done with the women's war games, but I do want to say with the women's rumble,
Yes.
great winner.
Great final 3.
Great
Final
fall-
3, realistically, yeah.
Love the fact that they didn't. Other than Michelle McCool, they didn't focus on the legends for it.
Michelle Mataker.
Michelle
Oh.
Mataker.
They will this year.
I want to give props to somebody that debuted or returned, whose backside every bit of her TV time since then, Chelsea Green.
Yes.
Because from the moment she,
Oh, Chelsea Green, I want her to so badly have a Santino moment in this Rumble. She needs to be out in like 0.5 seconds.
from the moment Chelsea got eliminated real fast, and the way she acted, I was like, she's gonna make the most of this. And every time she's on TV, she
She
makes
is
the most
such
of
an
every
underrated
minute.
MVP.
I honestly think she's Triple H's best signing back now.
She's been fantastic.
You're not
I'm not going to put up a fight.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
put up a fight. The only one I would give credit to is Brasserie.
Yes.
I would say
And Bailey, to me, wins the Rumble this year. That's my prediction.
Billy
Bailey's
definitely-
doing the Rumble.
But,
Fair.
okay. But I would say women's war games, but I'll give it to Chelsea. I wanted to give some shouts in the Rumble match.
Okay.
But I'm going
Fair. Fair. All right. Women's War Games, Pat?
Yeah, it's going to be the war.
All right. Second round. You know what we usually do. Let's do it. Unless it gets tough. I don't know.
It's 2023 match of the year. I think it'll be a little harder.
Well, let's see.
Foreman Edge
Oh,
versus
two hours.
Layla and Mandy Rose over here. So
I know.
God. Pat, Anarchy in the Arena, Dijak and Ilya Dragunov.
We stopped Pat.
Die, Jack, and
Oh,
Ilya.
okay.
yeah.
Jason,
Dijak and Ilya.
Joe. Unanimous. All right.
That was
Jason. That was a fast. Jason,
Mm-hmm.
Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey
Okay.
The IC triple threat.
Osprey and Bailey.
Oh, woo, Pat.
IC triple threat.
Joe.
I see triple threat.
Here we go.
TNA.
Woo.
That match got eliminated that early.
Yeah, I know.
I know it's the science of the bracket,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
at least it wasn't a no. At least that wasn't a first round matchup.
No, very good.
Yeah.
See, Joe,
Yes.
Rhea and Charlotte, Gunther and Gable.
Where's Charlotte?
Rhea, Charlotte. Okay, Pat.
Rhea and Charlotte.
Unanimous.
Unanimous. Pat, MJF and Omega, the Four Pillars 4-way.
MJF and Omega.
Joe.
MJF Omega.
Unanimous.
Unanimous. Jason, MJF and Bryan Danielson, Bianca and Io.
MJF and Danielson.
Pat. Unanimous.
Moving along.
He's like, I'm voting for Joe. Fuck you. All right.
I'm not trying to get him kicked out of the house.
I'll let him slide for now.
All right. Joe. Moxley and Orange Cassidy, Mello and Ilya Dragunov.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
Everybody go off topic while I think.
Oh, man.
I'll make it fun. Moxley and Cassidy, but I'll make it fun for people.
Okay. Moxley and Cassidy. Jason.
Mello and Ilya.
Pat?
Mel and
Okay,
Ilya.
good.
All right. Fair.
Goes back to what I said, but the first time, but because of the fact the international title got so cursed after. And
Yeah.
Fair
messed
enough.
up what they
It
wanted to
diminishes whatever they had it all out.
Yeah.
I just picked Moxley and Cassidy just because I see Orange Cassidy in different like
Yeah.
now after that. So
But yeah, no, they definitely
yeah, so I
cemented his year.
yeah, so,
Oranges.
Another dark horse for Wrestler of the Year.
yeah.
Orange Cassidy. All right.
For
Yeah.
AEW, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Pat. Edge and Sheamus. Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks.
Are we on cope?
I know it's probably not going to win, but I'm going to go Edge and Sheamus.
Joe.
Pass right, it's not going to win. Brian Danielson.
Jason.
Day. I don't see clearly.
All right. So Jason's going Bryan Starks. All right. Jason.
Yes.
KO and Sammy versus the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Roman and Cody.
KO and Sammy against the Judgment Day.
Ooh. Joe.
Now you're coming for somebody who doesn't think that doesn't have all that of a hot take for WrestleMania, because I didn't whine and cry and complain about because I didn't want to ever go in that night.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is going.
Oh, he should have won.
Yeah, well, don't worry about. He'll get it in 5 months in Philly. So, well, so with that being said, I think Cody Roman's the best WrestleMania event in a while.
Yeah.
Just as a match.
Yes.
But not only that, in terms of the hype of it too.
Oh yeah. The fact that they never touched each other once.
Like I like the triple threat at 37 with Roman, Edge, and Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't really tell you what the story was, other than I was confused why Bryan was in the middle of that.
He just included himself.
Right, so yeah, but the build up and everything.
It was to make you think that Bryan could do it again.
Yeah.
But I might make this hard on him. I'll go with the WrestleMania main event. I'll be shocked with advances, but I'm going with it.
Pat.
Don't be shocked. Roman and Cody. Roman and Cody, yeah. That story was good leading into it. The story was good in the match. And I think people need to stop being butthurt about not finishing the story right away.
Oh.
I'm the nice one tonight.
Oh!
Woo. All right. Jason.
I already said KO and Sammy against Judgment Day.
No, I know. Roman and Cody advanced. All right, this should be easy. Osprey and Omega, Forbidden Door.
Mhm.
Seth and Logan Paul.
Yeah, Osprey and Omega.
Yeah, this is moving along.
Moving along. Bye,
Moving
KSI.
along. All right.
Except for Logan Paul, but okay.
Dream Prime.
Joe, how are you gonna say Seth and Logan Paul? Did you just do this?
Yeah, that was me.
But I'm saying,
Oh,
how am I supposed to say? Are you in my brain?
I don't fucking know. All right.
Osprey and not the guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Kenny. All right, Joe. Osprey and Naito, Willow and Athena.
there's Osprey and the other guy. Oh, why did you say Osprey? I mean, I love Athena and Willow. I get my advance. I'll just go with Osprey just for
All right.
Bro.
Osprey, Naito, Pat,
I'll go Will and Athena.
Oh yeah, give the girls some love.
Because why not?
Jason.
Yeah.
Jason.
I'm gonna go Will and Athena.
Willow and Athena. All right, let's go.
We're off the rails while we're on topic. Then it's more on topic.
Yeah.
Jeez, Joe. Joe's not voting the women. Jeez, you're like TK. You hate the women.
No. I know I'm more like.
All right, the next one, Pat, Seth and Finn, Bad Bunny and Priest.
Bad Bunny and Priest.
Jason.
Bad Bunny and Priest.
All right, unanimous. Jason, Will Ospreay and Y2J, Roman and Sammy.
Osprey and Jericho.
Joe.
Well, I love Jericho in the year 2023.
I can't.
But I'm looking at Roman and Sammy.
Okay, Pat.
Osprey and Jericho.
That's you.
Oh,
I can't take a second to think.
No, you
Jesus
can't.
Christ.
This is rapid fire.
He was trying to make a reason to give it to Roman and Sammy.
he was trying to think.
I was, yes.
Okay. All right.
I love Jericho in the year 2023.
I'm gonna make you fucking think. Pat. Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, FTR and Bullet Club Gold.
Oh man.
Death match versus the hour-long tag match.
This could be a finals if it was just AEW.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
I'll go FTR and Bullet Club Gold.
Ooh. Jason.
Heyman and Swerve.
Joe.
Jason, I agree with it.
Page and Swerve. All right.
Swerve's when he drives.
Pat, is it because Page drank blood? Is that why?
Yes. I mean, my favorite
Of course he's honest.
his career, so.
COVID was a thing, you know. Anyway,
I know.
and AIDS. But yes. Anyway, Joe,
Yes.
Usos, well, Mania Night 1 main event tag match against FTR and the Bucks.
Something like one.
Is this unanimous?
Unanimous.
I'm sorry about out here.
Yep.
The record of the super kicks? Okay.
Yeah, I could do without that, but still.
All right. Joe, women's triple threat, Paige and Moxley.
Can you remind a woman's triple threat?
SummerSlam.
Oh, okay, Paige Moxley.
Unanimous. Let's move along.
Okay, but
Yeah.
he's not for mine.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, Jason, what would you have picked?
I would have picked Page and Moxley.
Okay, then. All right. Jason, men's war games, women's war games. Which was honestly a 50-50 debate because I've read that a lot of people favored both, but
Yeah,
women's were more better than men, men's was better than women.
So what I would go with this, how I would decide is which one was a vast improvement from the year prior. I think the women's one was about the same, whereas the men's one I thought was it had more of a gap to it than last year's one was. Last year's one was good, but I felt they did the story of it, like the actual, again, with the formula, better this year than last year.
Okay.
I'll go to men's war games.
Fair. Joe?
Agreed.
Men's war games. All right. Ooh, here we go. Third fucking round.
Sweet 16.
This is going to be Sweet 16. This is going to be good. I'm liking this. This is good. Ooh, Jason. Logic. I'm sorry, Jason. Dijak and Ilya Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
The IC triple threat.
Dijak and Ilya.
Oh, Joe.
My IC triple threat.
Pat.
IC triple threat.
Jason does not want to see big meaty men slapping
I
meat.
just like you.
Yeah, this has come down to preference at this point.
It is.
Yeah, it really
But-
is.
Hey, I'm not mad. Dijak and Ilya made top 20, so.
I'm just going to say to AJ Jericho for making a top 16.
Off the sheer power of Ospreay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of Osprey. All right. The next one, Joe, Rhea and Charlotte, MJF and Omega. And we can't even chalk up the fact that Rhea and Flair is the best women's match right now.
Yeah.
Because we still have another one.
Right.
Oh.
Got me.
I mean, the only way I can argue this, because I feel like these two are evenly matched in terms of bell to bell, the only way I can argue it is the crowd.
Fair.
Yeah, the crowd really does help with the Mania match. Not to say they weren't into the MJF Omega matches, but again, looking at WrestleMania crowd compared to a
Collision crowd.
Yeah.
You're booking, 60,000 as opposed to
6.
on a good day.
Yeah.
I'll go for the underdog, I guess, quote unquote, in the IWC. I'll go with Rhea and Charlotte, but I'm easily okay with MJF and Kenny make it.
Okay. Pat?
Rhea and Charlotte.
Never mind.
All right.
No,
You were going.
I also would have gone with Rhea and Charlotte too.
Yeah.
I had so low expectations going into that match because the bill was so trash.
Oh, fair enough.
But then the match fucking over delivered in the.
Yeah. And again, they really give you a reason to be like, that should have main evented. As good as the story of Sami and Kevin against the Usos were, they gave you a reason to be like, maybe this match should have main evented.
Yeah. Plus, I think Pat's still standing his ground on the fact that Rhea and Charlotte was the best women's match this year.
Well, not just that. Just if you're counting the booking, it's about the same. MJF
That is true.
Had like a week.
That is true.
Yeah.
And in WWE numbers, that's like Rhea and Charlotte booking in a week.
But
Yeah.
about the same amount of build up to me.
Yeah.
Same about foot.
Yeah.
Because if you want to think about it, Rhea and Charlotte only had one good week of a build up,
Yeah.
which was the brawl before. Yeah.
That's it.
Other than that, it was all about Dirty Dom and
The thing it accomplished was look at Rhea now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rhea's arguably the biggest star of the company.
That vaulted her to being a star and to being a superstar.
Yeah.
Being a
Plus,
mega
I think
Yeah.
who said it? I think it was Eric Bischoff that said it.
Well, that's I'm really
No. The fact that he said Rhea's not the top female star, she's a star. Oh, it was Brian Alvarez. That fucking. It was Alvarez, that fucking goof. But yeah, one thing I rarely agreed on was that he said Rhea isn't the best female superstar. She's the star. Which,
overall, that's arguable.
arguable. You have Rhea up there with Cody. Now Rhea up there with Punk and LA Knight. But
The other night against Orton, she did not look out of place against Orton.
no.
Which was fantastic.
And I didn't want to
He's
see
a top
Orton-
10 star in the company, man or woman.
Top 5.
I didn't
top
wanna
5.
I didn't want to see.
I feel when Punk and Orton getting coming back, she's falling out top 5.
No, I think it's if you want to go in that order as
It's
far as
Roman, Punk, Cody, Orton.
honestly, no. I think Roman's dwindling. I think
Roman's
Rhea's
As long as he's
Roman's
champion,
dwindling.
yeah.
I think Rhea's gotten that star power up to the point where I think she would get a bigger ovation than Roman.
As long as Roman's the champion, he's still there.
I'm sorry. I think it this year proved it.
I agree with Jason with that. After WrestleMania,
Yeah, once it's 40, then we'll have a different conversation.
Yeah.
Rhea's not losing that title at WrestleMania.
You don't think
And
No.
I think he's being there.
No.
you think Becky's putting her over?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. I think Becky's winning.
Yeah, I think Roman's losing the title. Rhea's winning, keeping the title.
Yeah.
I think in Wrestling 4, you could argue Rhea is more important than Roman.
I think everybody's winning.
I feel like if Rhea's going to be hold on. I feel like if Rhea does win at Mania and keeps the title, they need to treat it a big deal like they're doing with Gunther.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Whoever beats Rhea is going to be a major star going forward.
Because I don't think Gunther's the Intercontinental Champion either.
I think Gunther just vacates it.
Ugh. When I have the same issue with that.
If he wins the World Heavyweight title, then yes. If not, then no.
It's the same argument then for Samoa Joe.
No. The thing is, I see where Pat's going, but I also see where you're going. If he does the same thing as Samoa Joe, it's washed. It's washed out of the water. But if he does what Pat said, wins the world title at Mania, just get rid of it on Raw. I don't want it.
Did what he had to do with that title.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Yeah.
But at that point, you should still elevate it right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And find the perfect replacement. Right. AKA, which I think what Jason said, a Braun Breaker.
Right, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Braun Breaker comes in, fucking dominant as hell, takes the title, boom, off to the races.
I agree with that.
All right, so Rhea Flair advance. Oh, shit. Jason.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
MJF and Bryan Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Mello and Ilya Dragunov.
MJF and Danielson.
Joe.
MJF and Danielson.
All right, let's okay. But flowers to Mello and Ilya.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, Pat, Bryan and Starks, Roman and Cody.
Roman and Cody.
Joe.
Roman and Cody.
All right,
let's run Danielson and Starks.
Roman and Cody advance. Sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
This next one goes to Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Ospreay and Omega, Willow and Athena.
Ospreay and Omega.
It's unanimous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This solidifies the fact that Rhea and Charlotte were the best women's match. All right.
It's Willow and Athena.
You can't say that with a straight face, Joe.
Ring of Honor is my favorite promotion of the year.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's that number 1, Circle 6 number 2, XPW number 3.
I don't know. You said MLW too, so. All right, fair. Ospreay and Omega. The next one, Joe. Bad Bunny and Priest. Ospreay and Y2J.
Yeah, I already know where this is going.
Joe's going to Jericho.
Hey, listen, I love Jericho Ospreay. Ospreay's the only family Jericho tolerable for me this year. But I gotta go with Bad Bunny and Priest.
All right, Pat.
Bad Bunny and Priest.
Yep, knew it. I already knew it.
I have to give Ospreay credit. I've never seen anybody work around Jericho like that and make him look that great still in recent years. Credit, kudos to Ospreay.
I can't tell if you're serious.
He's not.
Oh man! All right,
Jericho, but it's all right.
It's all right. Jason, Paige and Swerve, night 1 main event,
which is
Usos, KO, and Sammy. This could have arguably been a finals match too.
So, I am slightly going with Hangman and Swerve.
Is it because of the blood drinking?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
That was his favorite spot.
I'm going to go with that because we don't know what it's going to do for either guy yet.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, as great of a moment as it was for KO and Sammy, that was really the peak of their entire reign, was that match. Like, they really didn't have that great of a tag title run. And then,
I mean, outside of Roman and Solo and then Judgment Day.
Yeah, it was just kind of there. It's like, hey, we won the belts, we had our moment, and now what?
Because they won the belts, but then they were still feuding with the Bloodline, and then immediately thrown into the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I will say, post tag title run, Sammy ended up better than Owens. So
Yeah. Well, Sammy was carrying the team more than.
And then obviously the Usos, it went to the bloodline stuff. And then again, as we talked about earlier, what it's done for Jay on one hand and then Jimmy on the other. So
Yeah.
That's like I said, I have to really nitpick with that, but that's where I'm gonna.
And regardless of KO and Sammy winning, the focus was still on the bloodline.
The hope with the Full Gear match is that this firmly cements and Swerve in the main event scene.
Yes.
That's the hope. We'll see if sits to that because it's right now on question mark.
We're gonna see with this Continental Classic, which I honestly think is predictable, but that's just me. I see Bryan Danielson taking it.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, but I think it was booked for him to win it.
No, it's a totally fair thing.
If not Danielson, I'm rooting for Swerve, but for some reason I feel like Moxley's going to be up there too.
Could be, very much so.
Yeah, but to me, I feel like they booked the tournament around Bryan Danielson for him to take the reins and run with it because the winner gets a title shot, right?
No,
it's the first AEW.
Oh,
because Eddie has vacated.
Then there you go.
Vacated the ROH and Strong belts. It's part of the Triple Crown. So they're doing.
There you go. That's why I feel like it's booked around for him to win it because it gives Bryan a chance to finally go wrestle in Japan with the title.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fair thing to say. Yeah, and for him to say he has the ROH belt one more time, like that's
exactly for him to
yeah.
So is this unanimous with Paige and Swerve?
What are we doing here?
I'm going with the tag title match.
Jason's gonna flip a fucking lid.
The match is still too good of a moment for me. But,
okay, so you're thinking all about the moment while Jason's thinking of the aftermath. Okay,
and the match too.
Match too. Yeah. Pat,
Swerve and Hangman.
Whoa!
Which is amazing because he had voted against it in the previous round.
Because of the blood drinking. Now he's voting for it.
He didn't have an issue with the
now Joe has an argument to fire.
I don't know who it beat.
Who did it beat?
In the last
Usos
round.
and KO and Sammy.
No, last round.
Oh, it beat FTR and Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah, you wrote.
Yeah, all right, I did vote against.
Not because of the blood drinking. I think you had the issue with the blood drinking.
Yeah.
No, because I literally asked him, was it about the blood drinking? He said yes.
No.
He said yes.
I may have been joking saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Normally
I thought you were serious. All right. Paige and Swerve. Moving on.
Someone is your house. The one thing you do is drink their blood. Man, it sounds stupid now if I say it out loud.
I was gonna say, please, you just put your foot in your mouth there. Anyway, all right, Paige and Swerve.
Told you the title to the face. Stupid blood drinking. Somebody in my house, I'll drink your blood. I'll kill you.
God.
Joe, Paige and Moxley men's war games.
Wasn't enough blood drinking. Not actually, no Paige and Moxley.
Wow, Hangman Adam Page. All right, Jason.
Men's war games.
Oh, Pat.
Men's war games.
Joe's like, I had this fucking.
No, I did. There wasn't enough blood drinking. I said.
Oh man, but you still picked Paige and Moxley.
There's still blood.
There's no blood drinking. All right, final 8.
John Moxley match.
Final 8. Ooh, Pat.
Elite 8.
IC triple threat. Rhea and Charlotte.
Oh Jesus.
Ooh, jeez.
The match of WrestleMania. Which one is it?
Easy for me.
Is it meat or is it women?
I mean, they also have meat.
I'm amazed you haven't canceled. Thank God we didn't do that.
There are some people call Charlotte the walking cigarette.
Oh.
Rhea and Charlotte.
Oh, Joe?
I'll give it to the meat. I'm fat, so meat. They're not fat. I am, so meat.
Jason?
I really can't.
I thought it was easy.
Really, Rhea and Charlotte.
All right, here we go.
No, I say I actually can't because of what Joe just said.
Oh, okay. Rhea and Charlotte will advance. So that's clear. So from what we were saying, it's the match of WrestleMania.
Which is, I think, it's probably fair to say.
Arguably, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
no, the match of WrestleMania was Cena in theory. I don't want to fucking hear it. Greatest match. Brock and Omos was actually entertaining.
Exactly. It actually kind of was.
No, it was the women's tag. The the fatal 4-way tag.
I will say this, not about that match in general. I thought this was the best night 2 that they've had with these 2 nights.
I feel like
night 2s have always fallen off compared to night 1.
I feel like this was the best WrestleMania in a while.
Better. I would still say night 1 was the best Mania in a while. I'll say years even. But night 1 was better, but night 2 was at least good enough where I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah. Like there were some hiccups here and there, like with,
nothing I'm complaining about months later.
Yeah, no. I mean, the only hiccup I could think of was maybe the matches were like a couple of matches were a little off, but then you had Quad and
What?
Shane McQuad,
Oh, no.
Anyway, other than that, I'm fine.
All right, Quad.
All right, the next one, Pat, MJF and Brian, Roman and Cody.
Cody.
Jason.
MJF and Brian.
Joe.
Best main event in years versus the best hiring match. This is fun.
This could have been a finals match.
Yeah, it really could have.
Either way, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for your wife. So at least we're having this problem on this kind of show.
Yes. And
I want to carry Roman down because I feel like that match is severely underrated. I do.
Yeah.
Right, Roman Cody. All right. MJF Brian's top 10, so whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel bad for saying this could be easy. Jason, Ospreay Omega, Bunny and Priest.
How much do I want to factor in the crowd?
Oh. I thought this would have been a cakewalk. Because who said earlier that Bunny and Priest felt like an Attitude Era match?
I did.
Okay.
A bunch of us said that. I think we all said that.
Yeah, we all
yeah.
agree.
Okay.
You said, but we all agree.
Okay. I mean, the crowd, that Puerto Rico crowd won everybody over. They were probably the hottest crowd of the whole year. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, they absolutely were.
They were better than London. They were better than London again. They were better than Montreal.
And I think that Puerto Rico crowd should get rewarded.
Yes, I feel like they need another show.
No,
a WrestleMania.
Not just for another show. In this tournament.
Oh, so you're going Bunny Priest?
I am going to factor in the crowd ever so slightly over the inclusion of Don Callis in the Ospreay Omega match.
Okay. Joe?
Have fun, Pat. I'll go Kenny Ospreay.
Pat?
You did to me 4 times in a row.
Yeah, no, I did. So,
I mean,
fair enough. Listen, I'm the disciplinarian. I play people's heads.
Joe's just being a dick, but Jason did bring up a good point. So I don't know how much you want to play in a factor, Pat.
No, I'm not being a dick. I like to Kenny. I'm the one that voted Babe Bunny and Priest through every single round.
Yeah, but then you sat here, you're like, I'm going to make it fun. Ospreay Omega.
You did do that.
It was a dick move.
I said dickish by May.
So does he want to go logic or pettiness? The choice is up to you, Pat.
Don't be like our past host.
Great.
Remember whose house you're in, though.
Remember, let me put it to you this way. If you want to play another... No, I'm going to help Pat. You ready? How you can play in the factor? Who has the better theme song?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is true.
That's actually not fair.
No.
That's actually not fair. I mean, that's some.
That's some in the pocket shit.
I don't know. I actually do kind of like Osprey's theme song too.
Oh yeah, I see that. I was like a theme song.
I mean,
I hear the battle cry.
but this is the thing. Did the crowd sing along to it?
Bad Boy Orange.
They did in London. They did in London.
In London, but not at Forbidden Door.
Bad
Well,
Bunny
they-
also has the.
You think Canadians know words to music?
So
That's true.
Factor that into the bill, apparently.
Oof.
Osprey and Omega.
Oh man,
Calling in match wins out.
It was
there.
very close. Hey, it's very close.
it was.
That
That was probably our closest battle.
A celebrity match made the top 8. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that proves Bad Bunny's better than Logan Paul. So.
oh Jesus Christ!
No, it doesn't.
Honestly, you can't tell because
No, I can tell. That is no disrespect to Bad Bunny. You can
Bad
tell
Bunny's only had Bad Bunny's only had like 3 matches. So
Well, that's not Logan's fault.
as opposed to Logan Paul, who's been hitting home runs ever since, but like,
No, here's the reason I said it. Logan slides right in. You can tell he's not. You can tell he's trained, but he feels like a wrestler on his own.
yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Whereas Bad Bunny, as good as the matches have been, you can tell they've worked on it for eons and eons and eons.
Yeah.
But he does deliver when he's
Yeah,
out there.
I'm not taking that away from him.
No,
It's-
yeah,
it's-
no.
People has to do it when the red light is on, so I'm not taking
He's
that
a
away
better
from Bad
wrestler.
Bunny.
Kenny Omega. He can't help it.
Wait, let's be honest. That match wasn't so great with him and Ray, but Logan carried a lot of that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he
Yeah, but
saved
we're-
Ray too, which was
Exactly.
great. All right.
Yeah.
Whew. Pat, Hangman and Swerve, men's war games.
Hangman and Swerve.
Joe.
I mean, sorry.
All right, let's move
Unanimous.
along.
It was the blood drink.
It was the blood drinking. All right, let's move along. Final 4. This is going to determine match of Mania. Joe, Rhea and Charlotte, Roman and Cody.
Rhea and Charlotte.
Pat.
Roman and Cody.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jason.
Rhea and Charlotte.
There we go. There's the match of Mania. All right. Jason, Osprey and Omega, Paige and Swerve.
Oof. God damn
We're in all seriousness, we're good at this shit.
Regardless, I mean, we're doing the finals as WWE versus AEW. So
This is honestly probably our best Final 4 that we've done.
honestly,
Ever since you guys came back, ever since you guys came on the show, I think this is the best Final 4 we've done.
and now you can stand in ovation this, Pat.
I would say the other best Final 4 we had was the tag team one. It was like FTR, the Hardys, Dudleys, and Usos.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
you're right.
Yeah.
But as far as this whole match
Yeah.
marathon we've done,
Yeah.
this is probably our best Final 4.
So what is a bigger negative? Blood
Don
drinking
Callis.
or Don Callis.
Don Callis.
Sorry.
I don't
Alright,
give a
Hangman
shit about the
Swerve.
blood drinking.
Swang,
No, I love
Hangman
blood
Swerve.
You're going Hangman Swerve?
Hangman Swerve.
Joe?
I drink blow on the regular, so I'm good.
Oh, God.
Yes, what he means is the Tiger's Blood energy drink by Rise.
No,
There you
I
go.
drink blood.
Okay, wait, fucking Vampire Diaries? Come on.
True
It's
Blood.
good. I find all this truth somewhere.
That's true. You'll find it in a needle.
Yeah.
28 days later.
All right. It might be Aspire now. I'm going Hangman and Swerve.
All right.
Hangman Swerve's going to the finals.
Was that unanimous?
Yeah. It was.
I'm asking like
We're probably going to get some heat for that. Okay, finals.
that's okay. Bad Boy's the better wrestler.
Hey, I was the one that was hardly pushing Osprey and Omega,
He was.
and guess what? It got beat.
Yeah. All right. Finals. Jason.
I'll be Henry and Charlotte on the one side, though.
Oh, man. The only top women's match against the top men's match. Rhea and Charlotte, Hangman and Swerve.
The Charlotte critiques are loving this.
I mean,
Hey, remember? I mean, I was wrong. I remember I pushed for Charlotte to win the Best Women's Tournament, but this is my point.
Becky still won, dick.
Becky still won, but where's she at in the finals?
That's fine. Charlotte may have had the best match all year, but Becky's had probably a better run. So
look what we're talking about.
I mean, Becky put over women. Charlotte.
Wow.
See?
Did she just put over Rhea in this match?
She put over Rhea. Who else did she put over?
Excuse me. Look where Rhea is after that match. Where's
Okay.
Tiffany Stratton? I'll give Lyra credit. But where's Tiffany Stratton?
She's given Trish Stratus her best match, period. Period. She helped Zoe Stark.
Hey, I didn't say Becky was in the lead for Woman of the Year. I said right now.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Becky helped boost the women that are never on TV, like an Indy Hartwell, like a Lyra, like an Isaiah Lee, who came out of fucking nowhere.
Tegan Knox.
So,
Look where she.
So I would say that Xyla came out of nowhere, then she kind of went back into nowhere.
Because she lost to fucking Lyra Valkyria.
No, not only that, though, they had no idea what they were doing with her.
No, I think the main story was. I think the main story was supposed to be Becky and Zaya for the title, but then they had Becky drop the.
Well, they realized that Lyra was the hot thing and they needed to strike while the iron was hot.
They had to, yeah. So Becky. Plus, I think Becky really just wanted to put over Lyra. Period.
Yes.
Well, she made the right choice there.
Oh, of course.
Yes, 100%.
Lyra was the right girl.
Of course.
But Tiffany will like her.
I mean, Tiffany, like I said, Tiffany's in a good matchup at Deadline.
Tiffany will like a word.
She's on a cool-off period till the Rumble, which will be thanks to Becky. Because Becky gave Tiffany 2 of her best matches. So
No, Becky gave Tiffany her 2 best matches, but Tiffany should be on the main roster right now.
She will be. Give it time.
Yeah, I do agree with Anthony. I think Stratton will be in the Rumble.
Give it time.
No, I agree with that, yeah. She's not winning at Deadline.
No.
Okay, so who are we going with, Jason?
Hangman and Swerve.
Pat?
Well, let's have some fun here. I'm gonna
Woo, Joe.
Logic or pettiness? They could be one and the same. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, both of them are logic.
Yeah.
I don't think you could find a flaw in either of these matches.
No.
The only thing that would be a competition is, again, the one main thing, the whole bracket, the crowd.
The crowd.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can't find a fucking flaw.
Well, the full gear crowd was losing their
Crowd's
fucking mind for Hangman and Swerve, though.
Yeah, the crowd was great. The crowd was the hottest it was all night for Hangman and Swerve.
Yeah.
And then the crowd was hot as hell for Rhea and Swerve.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Both of these matches happened in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the LA finals.
I didn't think of that, yeah.
Kia Forum versus the fucking Rose Bowl.
Not Rose Bowl.
I thought that's what it was.
No,
It was at SoFi Stadium.
Oh, SoFi. Okay, yeah.
People talking. It's like a thing.
Yeah, it's the quiet moments when you feel the pressure.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone be quiet.
Because I can make a case for both. I make a case in my head for both of them.
Okay.
And one's on top of the other. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because I legit think this is AEW's best match of the year.
Hands down. We've already proven it.
Right.
I mean, some might say Osprey Omega, but we've just proved that Page and Swerve literally just took it.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you could arguably say this is WWE's best match all year.
And you know what? I think I'm going to go Rhea and Charlotte for the elevation that it did for Rhea. Because I don't know where Swerve's going to be.
Yeah, again.
See, that's that. There it is. There it is.
It's still a question mark and it's mostly because of the fact it's so recent.
Right,
We've seen what Rhea's been able to do post WrestleMania.
Right.
I mean, you can say what you want about the actual reign itself, but
But
in terms of elevating her as a superstar in the company,
yes,
it did its job. That's what you hope happens with Swerve. We just don't know it yet.
Any hate that the AEW cult has with this result, they can come at me directly.
Well, no, because that's a point.
I think the only hatred would be losing to a match involving Charlotte.
Exactly. And if you're,
the Divas Saints will be angry because they're just angry people.
well, no. Also, if you're like a weird fucking
All the
sexist
AEW
AEW fan, they'll be mad that.
one guy.
Yeah, the one guy. Yeah. The one weird, to that one weird AEW fan,
Fuck you.
the women won. The women won.
AEW woman just out. But still, fuck you.
Wow.
So the winner at the best match, according to us, of 2023, which I'm not mad about because
Oh,
there were
shit.
no, there was too many contenders to decide, but the bracket played out. We had a perfect final four, and we ended up with the winner. Yeah, final eight. Yeah.
You got another win over AEW. Enjoy it.
That's the theme of 2023.
Rhea and Charlotte Flair.
Just like Dion in Colorado. Enjoy it now.
Enjoy it now. Could be different next year. We don't even know.
Exactly.
I better yes, they'll sell out Wembley because that's once a year.
And hey, they're already doing all good for pre-sales.
That's what I mean. They get like 30,000.
They got they're like 34,000, I think.
35,000
for a show that's happening 8 months from now. Like,
Give it time. They'll hit at least 70K again. They'll be fine.
yeah.
Or if not, someone's gonna buy a bunch of tickets.
Oh dear God!
We won't mention any names.
To be fair, it's safe to say All In is AEW's WrestleMania at this point.
Yeah.
Now.
No,
It's just going to be showcased at Wembley every year.
right.
From what it looks like.
But yeah, I will argue that. Yes.
Okay, so Rhea and Charlotte is the best match of 2023. Not mad at it. We are now done with the matches marathon. We're good with it. To continue our year-end awards, we are going to break down our next bracket, which is the best superstars of 2023. And that's a mixture of AEW, WWE, TNA, New Japan, the whole shebang like we did with this bracket.
And there is a special thing I think we have in this bracket, right, Anthony?
We do?
You did mention this. I believe the women are all kept in one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. For this for the best wrestlers bracket, we were able to get 16 women from this year. Perfect. And they were able to have their own spot on the bracket, which makes it easier for us to break down.
So guaranteed there will be one woman that makes the final four of the bracket.
And that way it's not a man versus woman and it's like, oh fuck, this is a no-brainer. It's giving the women a chance. Britt Baker's not even involved in that fucking discussion. So I'm talking about women who can wrestle, Joe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not fucking carried by Chris Statlander. Okay. So
That's a
well, thank goodness. Well, Jade Cargill's not on this list either, everybody.
no,
so.
Jade Cargill's not on that list. Okay.
That's a
Julia Hart's probably on this list too.
Who?
Julia Hart.
Not on the list.
Yeah. See.
woman
She'll be up
carried
for
by
another award, then.
We will talk. No, that'll be discussed because there are honorable mentions. There were substitutions made, but we will break into that discussion when we get to it. Greatest superstars of 2023 or greatest wrestlers of 2023. We will break that down for the second. I don't know, not the second year in a row. This is the first time doing it. I think this is our first time doing it.
for logic.
Logic.
Here goes with logic, and then it's going to build into our first ever year-end awards for Turning Time Podcast.
Wear your tux.
I'll wear my hoodie, thanks. I'll wear a CM Punk shirt just for Jason.
Mine's not come in yet. It's on pre-order.
I'm just gonna go buy an old
I'll drink a Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Everyone put on your CM Punk Mercedes gear.
No, I'll drink a Pepsi that night. All right, but yes, it's
So that'll do it for us here. We're Pat and Joe at Wrestle Mom's Basement.
check out Wrestling in Mom's Basement on YouTube. Follow them on Instagram and X. I fucking hate this app. I fucking hate. Yes, follow Jason Rowland H2O Wrestling, Instagram, X, not Facebook.
Fuck you.
Check him out. doing some great shit. I fucking hate StreamYard. God damn it. Anyway, fuck my internet connection. Fuck Spectrum. But thank you. We hope you appreciate this episode. We hope you. We thank you. Thank you for listening to this episode and watching as well. Be sure to like and subscribe this video when it goes up. Check out Turning Time Podcast on all streaming platforms. We're on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, X, the whole shebang. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Logic, remember, that's the key word.
Always.
And if you get mad at us, go fuck yourself. All right. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you guys, and this has been a great episode of Turning Time Podcast.
Keep on rolling.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, blood drinking.